experts call toxic masculinity.
Research found the underlying cause for could-be masculinity content culture.
Toxic masculinity, we've sort of heard this phrase popping up. The phrase has gained a lot of attention recently, especially with the Me Too movement.
It's showtime.
I'm no godless Tommy. I fought the Star-Spangled Banner.
You bring the cavalry?
Woman, I am the cavalry.
They are my people. I am their sovereign. I love them.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Are you ready for this now?
Knock.
Stick around.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Masculine Mondays, number 23, where we're discussing Bubba Ho-Tep. If you haven't seen it, you need to add it to your list because it is a cult classic that has been slept on for quite a while now, and I can't encourage you to watch this movie enough. Joining me tonight is my lovely panel consisting of Emperor Goodwin, Leon Idol, and Miss Cinevere, who is nibbling away at who knows what right now, but she'll be back in her nice Halloween costume here, so please do stick around. And before we jump into it, if you're new, like the stream. If you're watching this on a replay, go ahead and type a little comment there. Say, you know what? The stream was awesome. I need to watch this movie. Something like that. Whatever your heart's desire is for this spooky Oktoberfest, where we're covering a new horror-esque movie or just sort of a spooky masculine movie every single week for the month of October. Gentlemen and lady, how are you guys doing tonight?
Oh, ladies first. Yeah, go get him, Cinny.
Oh my
Ladies
gosh.
first.
I'm having a busy day, but I am so happy. I am excited. I saw this movie for the first time and it was so good. I wasn't expecting it.
I'm
Yes.
somewhat offended by that.
Yes.
I mean, I actually recommended this. She's like, I didn't expect it would be good. What the fuck?
Oh, you recommended this. I'm pretty sure I recommended this.
I'm
hell.
sure plenty of people have recommended it, and I've just been like, yeah. No, I hear that all the time. It's fine.
Mhm.
And then the few times I actually listen to recommendations, although I cannot give you an example, I was kind of like, the movie is eh.
That's when you listen to Leon's. You need to listen to mine.
No,
and then they're fine,
I
yeah.
recommend her. Great. We watched some great shit together. But speaking of Leon, I'm gonna be real, guys. This is one of the greatest movies of all time. I'm not even exaggerating, but it's also, like you said, Nick, this is a very underrated film. In my opinion, this is the best non-Evil Dead Bruce Campbell movie. Now, I'm a biased. Bruce Campbell is my favorite actor. And this is a much deeper the movie than people give it credit for. Like, old dudes, Elvis and whatnot fighting mummy. Like, no, there's some masculine concepts in this, such as identity, aging, legacy. I mean, it's wrapped up in a dumb, goofy B horror movie package, but it is a brilliant film.
Yeah, I mean, this is it works so well at the surface level, mostly because, again, Don Coscarelli is really treating this thing, sincerely, and Bruce Campbell is acting up a storm. So is Ozzie Davis. There's the proper lighthearted moments, to really give it some comedic impact. But I mean, it starts off with some very interesting ideas that you should explore about how we treat the elderly and how marginalized, how they become unpeople at a certain point. And it keeps with that theme, but also there's much deeper themes about how you lived your life, regrets that you have, the opportunities that are always out there for redemption, getting back into being engaged with life and trying to do what you can, even if it's on the small scale, right? That you may have been a mythic person at one point. You can still be great in the small.
Yeah. And I remember when you first recommended this movie, Goodwin, I hadn't even thought of this movie in quite a while. I haven't seen this movie in quite a while, and I'm obviously a Bruce Campbell fan, not as big as Leon, but going back to my days of
He's
watching.
retweeted me on X. That's, by the way,
I know, I saw that.
My greatest thing that will ever happen in the history of my time on the internet is Bruce Campbell retweeting me. I'm happy.
Yeah, it's so awesome. I mean, I remember watching him in Briscoe County Jr. when I was a kid. So, and then like shows like Burn Notice. I mean, he's all over the place and the different types of role he's done. But I definitely think you're right, Leon. As we were kind of talking backstage a bit, this might be one of his best roles outside of
Ash from Evil Dead.
Ash, basically.
And he's got a lot of great roles, by the way.
As Elvis,
Bruce Campbell has a lot of great roles.
I mean, he's more Elvis than anybody else who has played Elvis, and that includes Kurt Russell. And I mean, you've had a lot of actors doing it. And I'm not sure that if Elvis was watching, he wouldn't go, "Is that me up there?"
I was gonna make a joke, but like more Elvis than Austin Butler.
He's more Elvis than
certainly
Elvis.
Certainly more Elvis than Austin Butler.
There's a lot to discuss. Let's say hello.
No.
What happened?
Oh, you paused for a moment.
Real quick, who's
I did.
Butler?
God. Austin Butler.
He's the one that played Elvis in the most recent Elvis film.
Yeah, from a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I mean, last year actually,
20
right?
Was it 23 or 22? I think it was because it was before Dune Part 2 came out, right?
Yeah, so it may have been 2023 then. Yeah.
He's a sort of an up and coming. Would you say he's up and coming?
2022. It was that long ago. Holy shit!
Because then Dune Part 2 was 23, I believe, right?
24, according to
24. Was it 24?
right here.
Damn, I don't even remember. Wow, terrible for me. But he's I don't think he's a bad actor, but I think he got so worked into mimicking Elvis that even in interviews in like press tours, he just sounded like Elvis still. Like I think when we make fun of our friend Matt at Foul Ball Productions for Daniel Day-Lewis taking his job too seriously and method acting outside of everything and into in his real life, I think that's what Austin Butler actually did. If Matt wanted to make an argument about Austin Butler, I would actually believe him and say, you know what, you actually have a fair point, my friend. But
it might be like the Joker, where it's just a role that as an actor you have to go in there with trepidation because it may suck you in and you may never get out of there alive. In fact, you just always be Elvis at the end.
Yeah. Let's talk about the wonderful people that have been waiting in chat, and that was sent over here by our friend Leon here via Raid. The man who is young at heart. I should say old at heart, but yeah, young in age, as our man Waylon Bocephus.
Yeah,
old soul. How did their gay boys? Kalika's here. He's like, hola amigos. And then our friend who is soon to be father, masculine man over here, Jake Martin, drops a super sticker. I thought I saw what it was.
It is a.
Was it a bear?
Shiba Inu doing
Shiba
karate.
Inu. Judo chop. Something like that, right? I'll play
Don't make me use
fun
my
one.
stuff.
Yep. I got. It might be the only clip I play on repeat just because it's hilarious. Because I didn't get a chance to do more, but I'll play it for Jake and for Gillen. But Peepers, what's up, dude? How's it going? LMAO, good to see you as always, my dear.
Always.
We got Mars Monkey Max that came over here with Valiant Goat. Let's see if I can add anything to this conversation. You just watch Bubba Ho-Tep for that reason. Dude, that's awesome. And I'm glad you did. I hope more people have done that. And we'll do this after the stream, of course, as well. Our furry friend.
One of those things that like I don't want to ruin your stream at all by saying, "Hey, don't watch the stream if you haven't seen Bubba Ho-Tep." But like, I'm sitting around and watch it. But if you haven't seen Bubba Ho-Tep and you're watching this, like, you are in a way doing yourself a disservice. It's one of those movies that like needs to be viewed not knowing what the fuck it is. It is such a unique movie.
I mean, I could tell you the plot, and you would still, when you watch it, go, "Oh shit, I didn't realize it was that movie."
Yeah.
100%.
Like the opening credits alone, or like that dialogue alone, just kind of made me go, "What? Oh my gosh, what am I getting into?"
Yes.
Yeah. So for additional context, Cindy messages me like, is Bubba Ho-Tep spooky? Like, what's it about? Just a little brief couple questions, and I was like, you won't really know what to expect. I'm like, it's not spooky at all. I'm like, it's just awesome. I don't know how else really to explain it. Like, aside from what good would basically say, I could tell you the entire movie, but you'd be like, okay, and then watching, go, I did not expect a single thing like this to happen. But
yeah, explain this movie sounds like a fever dream. When you watch this movie, you're like, no, somehow this works. It's not a fever dream at all. This works in every regard. Like,
yeah, it sounds absolutely ridiculous, and rightly so. But again, the sincerity with which they do it, but also there's so much context and subcontext going on within it that's that really does make it so much more impactful.
Agreed. Twisted Jack, the parrot fart, I think bird fart, something like that, maybe. If my emoji eyes look correctly. What's going on? Dude? Yep. A girthy banana. It's with the super sticker with the 149. Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You see that drawing? I did that.
Yeah, Bananas doing the jump rope.
He's whipping a monkey.
Oh, okay. Well,
oh, that's interesting.
When that comes along,
I drew
you
that.
must whip it.
That's amazing.
It was his prompt on BMO's art stream the other day.
Gotcha.
I think it was last week. Or the week before. I don't know. It was it cracked me up.
Recent
Hell of a
at least.
prompt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah. Hail to the king, baby. Thank you. What's up, Krovax? How you doing, man? Good to see you here as always. True Aztec Warrior. What's going on, dude? And just streaming here. Alfred, what's up, dude? How you doing? Yes, indeed. Cine is lovely.
Always.
Let's see. Salty butter bags. If Greece is the home of gods and goddesses, when did they start worshiping Fat Bastard from Austin Powers? I mean,
I would imagine it had to be sometime after the release of Austin Powers.
Yeah, Austin Powers and the Spy Who Shagged Me. So
I mean, Fat Bastard may have been around before that. You don't know. It's just that's the first time we saw him.
Yeah, he definitely could not fit into a sarcophagus. That's for sure. So
no, we're gonna need a really big temple to Fat Bastard.
Oh yeah, 100%. Jeremy Hughes review. Oh yeah, I've heard about this movie. Good to see you, man. Haven't seen it in full, but it looks cool. Again, definitely recommend it across the board here from all of us.
Have you? Since he says he hasn't seen it in full. Have you ever seen the movie My Name Is Bruce?
The
Bruce Campbell, me or Jeremy
documentary.
I'm talking to you.
Me? No, I have not.
So what it is? And there's a reason I'm bringing this up. So it's a
the kung fu movie from the 80s.
No. It's a
That's
movie.
They Call Me Bruce.
2005, 2006 that Bruce Campbell made, shot completely on his property and whatnot. And it's about how he himself is a worthless loser piece of shit. That's nothing like his characters in the movies, although it's somewhat kind of like his characters in the movies. But like he's not the brave guys that they actually are. And there's this little kid, like 15, 16-year-olds who's obsessed with Bruce Campbell movies. And they like a poltergeist, like very similar to this, like a poltergeist or a mummy or something gets brought back from the dead on Bruce's property, and he needs to like be the hero that he never was in order to make this kid who idolizes him actually to live up to that. But at one point he's hanging out with his best friend, and his best friend's shit talking Bruce Campbell, and he's going through all the Bruce Campbell movies, and he goes, well, I like Bubba Ho-Tep, and the kid's like, everyone likes Bubba Ho-Tep. It's like it's a dumb great movie. You need watch My Name Is Bruce. It's one of those like meta movies that works.
Okay. Yeah, I'll add it to my list, absolutely, especially if it's Bruce Campbell.
Well, yeah, you need to watch They Call Me Bruce, which is about an Asian guy that everybody mistakes as Bruce Lee, so they're afraid to get in fights and shit like that.
So I have 2 Bruce movies to watch. Hell yeah. Mystic J Vegeta, what's going on, dude? Good to see you. Zebra, what's up, my dude? My guy's gonna be in Florida sometime soon. Looking forward to hanging out. Ooh, dog walker before it starts to pout.
I'm watching the dog for my neighbors who are out on the honeymoon. I will need to dip at some point in this just to walk the dog. Then I'll be back.
We're not quite at 1,000, but yeah, Daddy needs a new tank top. Yeah, man,
it's true.
Yeah, who knows when the tank top merch will come out? That might be all I sell, just because Who knows?
It goes with the brand. You need a
branding.
protein powder sponsorship.
There we go.
Dude, absolutely. First form, where you at? Bruce Campbell
sell the
is
masculine
awesome.
milkshakes, and that'll be great.
Yeah, exactly. Way all the way. Harry Potter is 10 times better if Dementors sucked out souls through the anus. Then Jake dropped another 5 going, let's get decadent.
All right, I got my baby Ruth right
Good
here. Let's go.
reference.
Yeah, love that. Love that. Elvis is 2022. Yep. Our boy Rick Costa is up here. Good to see you, Rick, as always, man.
Hell yeah.
Hope you're having a good good Monday. Hope everyone had a good weekend, honestly. Goofy in a good way. And the man who's getting ripped and jacked, his name is Jamalama. What's going on, dude? Oh, yeah. Had a steak right before the stream, Jamma.
Man or woman. We're not sure.
I've got some New York strip
We
I'm
don't
making
judge.
tomorrow.
It was a
Can't wait.
ribeye.
Nice.
Now I'm just missing some bourbon, but I'll have
Now
that
I'm
after the
just
stream.
jealous.
Yeah, I'm off the next 2 days of work, so I'm gonna definitely have a nice little drink after this. So cannot wait. Since we had some super chats and a sticker, this one goes out to all you guys. And not to say that you are not what this is being referenced as, but it's just a fun clip. It's a funny clip.
Greatest Chad in all of moviedom.
What a Chad, right?
Kimosabi, don't fuck around.
R.I.P. Kimosabi.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get into this, shall we?
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. So we've got a couple different archetypes in this movie with our masculine characters here with Elvis, Mr. Half. But we're going to call him Elvis because that's who he really is. Yeah, exactly. We know the truth.
By the way,
And,
this is a documentary. This is exactly what happened to
Yes.
JFK and Elvis.
Yep. We've been lied to. Elvis was not abducted by aliens. He actually killed a mummy. JFK did not get
Assassinated by those on the grassy knoll.
Yeah, he just had a little bit of a brain transplant and a color graft. They
died.
Yeah, he actually had a the Twinkie line made me laugh so hard in this movie. I forgot about that.
The ding dong.
The ding dong. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Twinkie is Ghostbusters.
I know.
That's why
That's right. Twinkie. Yeah. Yes, it is. I do
Look,
a ding dong.
I'm thinking with sand.
It's funny because this movie actually, I think the reason it works for the same reason that Ghostbusters works, in that it is, for the most part, it's played straight. And
it's very sincere.
Yep. Yeah, I think for the movies that I was trying to think about that would kind of fit the October vibe, but also you could draw some masculinity from good one. I think I'd recommended Bubba Ho-Tep first, and it kind of got me thinking. And I was like, oh, I think Ghostbusters, the first one, would definitely work at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Rossi, I think one of the things, like Liam was pointing out, one of the reasons this works is this would be the exact reaction that an old man who's claiming to be Elvis would get, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or a black man claiming to be JFK. It was like, it's nice. He's got the dementias. Okay, here we go.
Rossi, he's been streaming in some late night streams with myself and Gooch and the Doolies and was Leon and
he's building his kingdom, man. Short kingdom, going to be awesome.
Yeah. Good to see you, Rossi. Hope you had a good weekend and a good Monday. Hope the fam is well. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. So I think Creamus, what's up, dude? I'm gonna get you in before I continue on. Good to see you, man. Yeah. So I think Elvis, in his at least from the start of this movie, definitely represents like a bit of a lost masculinity that he finds over the course of his time here.
In a literal sense, I mean, the movie starts with him acknowledging his dick doesn't work yet. What is up anymore? What's a bigger loss of masculinity than your dick not working? Like it's
saying
like
you jack off to your dick with a pimple on it.
No. He says he hasn't had an erection in like 20 years, or like that. So it's not.
He has an erection in two presidential elections.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Which is crazy. But yeah, it's almost it's kind of weird because you could also say like his erectile dysfunction could also be a metaphor.
It is because he points out when he suddenly has some doing something interesting in life,
living
he found a
suddenly
purpose.
it comes back. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, he's been obviously the powered figure that Elvis was, having fame, dignity, vitality, and obviously is reduced to this old age, being in a nursing home, and he's just faced with obscurity, really. And I think his entire arc throughout this movie is reclaiming, again, his purpose and meaning through his manhood, and also his man figure, I guess. Because like essentially, society has dismissed him, right? He's old, he's washed up. People are like, okay, you're Elvis, sure, and it's like, no, I really am though, like legit. They show it how it happens.
Okay,
so,
Mr. Half.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Half.
We
I
don't
liked
do
her.
that.
You better
thing
take
now.
a cold
I like her too,
shower.
Old, not old, but like the young black nurse. Like no, I think she's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's fantastic.
She is great in this. That whole scene is fantastic.
I think there's a lot of, and that's another thing is that all of the actors in it are really good. Even those who have very limited roles. Bull is the old Private Ryan in the National Cemetery in France.
Yeah.
That Kimosabe is he's been in hundreds of movies and TV shows. As I was telling Nick earlier, he's also was a former professional baseball player, and you can kind of tell, he has that physical build to him that is impressive.
Yeah, I did not know that until you told me, which is pretty fantastic for just his whole life experience. I guess it's kind of just been sounds pretty fulfilling. And obviously being in Bubba Ho-Tep.
I mean, that's the peak of anybody's career, is being in Bubba Ho-Tep.
Yeah. Jack, JFK, obviously he definitely embodies the wisdom, the pride of the movie. Obviously same thing. He's faced with the decay of life. Bit of a forgotten leader. Again, obviously considering what he says of being brain swapped into a new body.
They got a piece of his brain in the White House. It's plugged into a battery. He's got sand. They put a bag of sand in his head.
I think his character represents a masculine resilience. He's the one that really gets Elvis going again. Towards the third act of the movie, when he's like, "Hey, I've got these files here. This is real. Like you've got to do something about this, I should say." But I think he also clings to identity and purpose, despite his old decline. And then we've got our mummy, Bubba Ho-Tep, who was like a literal parasite, feeding on the weak. But again, Bubba Ho-Tep is also very symbolic because it represents the inevitability of death, of time, emasculation as well, especially when you're dealing with the loss of legacy between JFK and Elvis here. So the fact that Elvis is able to defeat Bubba Ho-Tep is, again, I think a metaphor for reclaiming his masculine purpose here, right? I mean, I guess you could say that Jack also assists him. They take part in this. They walk down the hallway together. They have devised a plan together. I mean, poor Jack's like, yeah, I'll be the bait basically in a freaking wheelchair here. I mean, they both present the sacrifice, what needs to be done in order to stop this, Egyptian god of death. So it's like, man, like you really got
that's the iconic always scene, like, because it's so seared in my memory. It had been a few years since I'd seen this. I actually forgot that he could walk in this movie, and so when I'm watching it, for the first time in a long time, I'm like, oh shit, JFK's walking around. Why did I remember him being in a wheelchair? And then we get to that scene. I was like, oh, okay, because he gets on the electric.
We're gonna need some wheels.
On.
Yep, gonna need some wheels.
Yeah, that bit where he comes around the corner and then Elvis does in his white jumpsuit or whatever, and you're like, oh shit, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
My man's is back.
Yep. What's going on, Bobby? How you doing? Florida man eats pet peacocks out of spite because neighbor won't quit feeding them. Sounds about right.
Dude, if you've ever lived near somebody that has peacocks, you'd understand why.
My mom has some.
They are fucking loud.
Dude said he fried them. Fried peacock probably tastes like turkey. Yeah, I
Hopefully
could
it's
see
not
that.
dry.
Yeah.
Oh,
It would have been more of a
they're
flex
barely-
if he fed it to the peacocks.
Ooh, there's a plot twist. Like, come on my property again, will you? Here, how about
We're having a
feed you
barbecue.
your
You want to come
friend?
over?
Yeah. They won't know, but I will get the last laugh.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween, bitches.
Wonder where the peacocks are. You're
Yeah.
eating them.
Dun, dun, dun,
They're
dun.
people. They're
Yeah.
peacocks. Soylent Purple is our peacocks.
Oh
The opening monologue that Elvis gives us, and again, like you mentioned it, Cindy, when you first see this, the descriptions, the definitions of what Ho-Tep is, a relative or descendant of the 17 Egyptian dynasties, ranging from 3100 to 1550 BC, filling the surname of an Egyptian pharaoh or king. And then we get to Bubba, which I actually knew a Bubba here in the swamplands of Florida.
I've known a few Bubbas.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of us probably have known and met some Bubbas along the way. But yeah, in southern U.S., but I'm sure he's in the Midwest as well, right? So
Yeah, there's a lot of Bubbas in the Midwest. Can't confirm.
yeah.
Ex-brother-in-law was a Bubba.
Probably won't see any Bubbas out in the West Coast or the northeastern part of the United States.
Well, no,
Tell
they're
me you don't
driving
run
a
into
truck
Bubba's
going
randomly in
through.
New York City. Like,
What'd you say, Goodwin?
I said if they're in a truck driving through hauling
That's true.
something, then you might
Yeah,
run into
that's
them.
probably the only exception I feel like, but I
Yeah.
don't think you'd find many.
Although
Bubbas
in Fresno, I bet you can find some Bubbas.
yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, maybe like
There's a reason they call it Fresnick.
yeah. So
I
don't know if you'd
also
see
can
him,
probably
up there.
find some Bubbas in like South Hollywood, but it's a different kind of Bubba.
Maybe.
Different
Oh,
Bubba.
yeah. That's true. Yeah. You might want to double check that, but yeah, good old boy and cracker redneck trailer park resident. That's Bubba Ho-Tep. That's the intro. It is amazing. Which brings us to Mud Creek, Texas in the present day. And obviously that opens up with Elvis narrating from his nursing home bed as he reflects on his wasted time, his broken dreams, and how he swapped lives with an impersonator. So his once towering masculinity, which is built on fame and virility, has decayed into frailty and obscurity. The king is still alive, as we can see, but he's been forgotten as he is here in Texas. And
Now, Sydney, did you know that this movie was about Elvis going in?
no. Just because I had heard, or I'd seen the picture on the for the
I
movie.
was
So
wondering what that opening monologue is like for someone that doesn't know it's Elvis, but obviously sounding like Elvis. So, but if you already knew that, I guess never mind.
no, because all I had to go on was a picture, but it didn't occur to me that this might have been a fake until like they
I
had
could see
mentioned
that.
it.
yeah,
But yeah, then they mess with you. Is it Elvis or is it Sebastian
Yeah.
Haff?
right. Yeah,
It's both.
yeah. But we know it's really Elvis. There's no
He's the
Sebastian
Elvis
Haff.
playing the impersonator playing Elvis.
Right, exactly. Basically, Bruce Campbell did what Robert Downey Jr. did before Robert Downey Jr. did it.
This is yeah.
Well, there's a number of movies that steal themes from this and some setups. Yeah. So the I'm the dude playing the dude. Yeah, that was
Disguised as
Disguised
another dude.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
also Gran Torino, very much taking the old man nobody cares about and just want him to die and ends up being the hero.
I want to cover Gran Torino at some point next year because I watched like half of that a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, damn, this movie is so good.
Yeah.
But I think again through the opening monologue here, as Bruce Campbell is narrating this, again we know that masculinity is being expressed through Elvis's legacy, and he's mourning what was or I should say, what he once represented in the world. Not only that, but he regrets things. He regrets the time that has been wasted. And you can see the pain that he's in, not through just his erectile dysfunction or being old, but it's more so like how easily like his fame and how greatness can fade, right? And I think we all kind of know that, like, even the most popular of people, because we've seen this with actors in Hollywood, and outside of that, musicians, where unless you're like maybe in the upper echelon, you can fade and people can forget about you unless you can somehow stay relevant. But that is definitely a very hard thing to do, right? I mean, I'd say like maybe a comparison who got to an older age, right? Like maybe Ozzy Osbourne, right? Where he obviously lived a crazy ass life, had a sitcom on TV with the Osbournes. So again, somehow was able to stay relevant. Obviously kept playing music until his dying days. But after that, now that he's dead, will people remember him? Like, I'm sure a lot of people will never know who Ozzy Osbourne was, right? So it's kind of one of those things where people...
this one's a bit more interesting though, because
it is
Elvis,
for sure.
Elvis, in his life realizes that he really only exists for like carnal, earthly pleasures, and that's it. And what's the point, right? And he's being shackled by his fame and those around him, right? The entourage, and so he's not really living the life, other than popping pills and eating food and having sex, and that's about it, right? And so that's why he seeks out Sebastian in the first place, because he wants to get away from that and get back to an actual life where he can connect with people and just hang around. And unfortunately, then decides to have an accident with the stage and a hip, and he's stuck here. All of his documentation showing that he had swapped places. Yeah, that went up in an unfortunate barbecue incident.
No, I think that's but yeah, I mean, you're right. I think Elvis raises a good question on whether or not like manhood can be defined by glory, or can it survive without it. And I think we see that over the course of the movie, which again, I think the writing of this is very well done.
He has a self-loathing, because he's lost his wife. He doesn't get to see his kid. Anybody that would have known him are gone. And he's now in the twilight years where you're not going to get that back. And who would believe him if he told them, who he is? Well, we kind of see how that works out, here in the nursing home, that, they would just think it's, crazy Elvis imposter has, gone over the deep end. But he realizes that he wasted his life.
Yep.
The best parts of and best years of his life were wasted. And so he's down on himself because of it, because he thinks he's done.
Yeah. He finds it humiliating, right? Especially when he's next to this guy who's literally on his deathbed here, coughing up a lung, and
boy Bull.
Yep, Bull's about to bite the bullet, and
I'm not sure that Bull's wife would tell him that it was that he earned it, that he was a good man, that he lived a good life.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, I mean, his daughter's like, yeah, last time I visited here was when I dropped them off. I mean, it's kind of it's sad, I mean, you feel for him. Again, you don't really know much about him at all, except for like the things that she dumps in the damn box in the garbage can. It's like, oh, it was a Purple Heart, right?
Yeah, Purple Heart, like, World War II vet.
Yeah, and you're just dumping it in the garbage can, like.
Well, I mean, that's another key moment of, Elvis is a character in this. When he asks, can I keep that Purple Heart? He was pretty proud of that. Like, even his own daughter didn't, respect the cost that that you give to get something like that. But Elvis, he's a man of a different time. He understands it. He respects it.
Yeah, that's again the. I mean, you have Elvis, and he's kind of question the what am I doing here? And everything's kind of bad. You see Bull, and you just see this kind of pitiful old man who you can't even make out his last words. You know, that even though he's trying to convey something to Elvis, you can't make him out. And he dies alone. And then, you know, his daughter comes in and, you know, just going through the drawer, you realize, oh, I mean, this guy was wounded in combat and fought in World War II. But unfortunately, that's so far in the past. Nobody recognizes the sacrifices that he made and the you know, the great things that he did when he was young, to include family, you know.
Yeah.
And again, it's very much about the, you know, in like traditional cultures, old people are fountains of wisdom, you know, that you always go and talk to the old because they've seen so much. It's much more the, you know, modern culture, because we believe that oh, this is all new, not realizing humans been humans for a long time and none of this shit's actually new. But we dismiss those who are, you know, 80 plus years of life experience because, oh, we're the first generation, right?
Right.
You know, my running joke is every generation believes they invented sex, despite how they actually got here. And it's not just that, right? It's, oh, it's tech. Well, I mean, this guy would have been alive to have seen, you know, Wright brothers all the way to landing on the moon, and somehow lived through all of that and saw all of that change. But now he wouldn't understand today. Okay, all right, he doesn't have anything of value to contribute, and so we just wish he would go away.
Yeah, and I think because of him realizing where he's at in life and in location, you know, he's suffering from medical decay here. Yeah, as much as he has a roommate and he has a friend with Jack, he's very much isolated as well. You know, and he has this sense of meaninglessness, like where he just, you know, it's like he hasn't lost the will to live, because he's still, yeah, I think at heart searching for something. Like he's like
I mean, is he really alive?
Yeah,
That's what he's lost the will to. He's lost the will to be alive, but not the will to live. Or maybe you can flip it around, and maybe it'd be better.
Yeah,
he has the will to be alive, but not the will to live that life.
Yeah, he is alive, but that doesn't mean he's necessarily living, right?
Right.
Yeah, and because everyone there is like, it's like being surrounded by nothing but the forgotten. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely feels emasculated because of this routine that he's in. You know, he's suffering from this loss of autonomy here. But you know, I do think what pride he has and he hangs on to, again, still stating that he is Elvis, when like there's like Mr. Happ, and he's like, it's Elvis, come on now, right? Like, recognize the king. You know, he's still holding on to what pride he has left. So it's like he hasn't completely surrendered yet.
Yeah,
And
he's not living, but he's not dead. He's
Yeah.
he's in that you know, shadowy area of, yeah, there's some aspects that you know, I'm still going to get angry about or still insist upon, but I'm not proactive anymore, right? I'm acted upon by things.
Yeah, I'd say like it's all it's like his spirit is
He's a
fighting-
small soul.
Yeah, small soul, like surviving. You know, but even his part, you know, his body is betraying him. I mean, like when he hasn't had an erection in 2 presidential elections, it's like, man, like that sucks. That's you know, as Leon mentioned, really talk about like, you know, being emasculated here. Like, you know, that's super unfortunate, especially when you gotta have a nurse gonna lube you up on the daily, and you can't even
put the corticosteroids on that thing.
Yeah, you know, and that don't even do nothing for you. It's like that's just, you know, like you kind of hit rock bottom at that point, I feel like. And but I do think, again, like what masculinity he still has left is again somehow enduring. And
Yeah, there's an echo. There's like an echo of
Yeah.
that, but it's not really his masculinity anymore, right? It's just there's a certain residue of dignity that he wants, but he's really stepped away from earning it or demanding it. As a grown ass man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you see people. I mean, Bull's obviously getting
That bull
carried
scene, by the
out.
way, that yeah, he's when they're carrying him out, the one guy says, you ever wonder, about this fella, and what all did he see, and
Mm-hmm.
all that, and the other one's like, oh, who gives a shit? And that's just it. No, they don't. Right? This is the kind of thing, you send your old to be away from you and die elsewhere because you don't want to deal with the burden of taking care of them in their last
I
years.
think it's even goes beyond that. I think those two represent probably the least masculinity in the film because they're relatively young, at least compared to everybody else in the old folks home, but they're out of shape despite the fact they're doing some sort of manual labor. They're just going through the regular 9 to 5 grind. They're not questioning anything. When one person dares question, the other one's like, hey, shut the fuck up. No one cares. Do your job. Like the soul sucking, lack of purpose. They're only in the movie for 2 or 3 scenes, but you get this, and they're comic relief characters, but
yeah, but they still make
show
commentary about how
Right.
how you treat the elderly. In the Bull's daughter is similar in that her excuse for never come visit, she was busy, right? And so the young
hey.
are busy. Hey, well, all right.
It's for the gentleman. I made sure the
Exactly.
gentleman could take part in little
Just
rear-end
appreciation
behavior.
of that. Yeah, it's fine.
Yep.
It's just like if the cat snuck a peek.
Just making sure that provide some bricked.
Everybody's awake. Make sure you
Making
have
sure-
had an erection in in at least one presidential election.
Right. Yeah. For this presidential term, everyone's good, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'll give you 38 seconds, and then we're
Yep.
moving on here.
Yep.
So.
But the
it's
idea
funny,
of
like this, unlike some people talk about anime as fan service. Oh, was the panty shot necessary? Well, actually, in this instance, yes,
absolutely is.
This builds on the character. Elvis says himself. That's nothing. The exposition in this is so spelled out for you, but it's done in such a clever way that it works, which is really rare. He's like, I was so non-sexually threatening to her that she didn't even care. That she was bending over and exposing herself to me. He's what sort of show is that?
He says it's like the cat sneaking a peek. So, and that's all part of. There's a certain amount of dehumanizing and infantilization that people tend to apply to the elderly. That as if they were always physically feeble, and that their physical frailties somehow impact their minds, and that they're not important and have anything to say. Or again, in this case, I mean, I was telling Nick a story about when I worked in a newspaper. We had a young reporter that was like 21, and she used to have lunches with this couple that were like in their late 80s, and he was kind of a pillar of the town that she was working in. And she'd always come talk about, oh, he's so cute, because, age had shrunk him up and kind of bent him over, and, was small and all that. And I was like, you keep talking about him like he's a puppy or a stuffed animal or something. Understand that that's a grown man. He has seen some shit, and you might want to keep that in mind, right? And I said, no, by the way, just because he's 80 something, don't think that when he looks at you, he doesn't have a little bit of stirring of the loins.
Yeah.
Right. He may not be able to do anything or would action wise, but this whole, oh, he's just like a cute little, like, he still has all of the impulses of a man.
Yeah. And that's kind of what, I think Elvis is thinking here, in my heyday, I would have swept you off your feet.
The lip, she'd been eating out my ass.
Yep. It's unfortunate. Again, here he asked for the Purple Heart, as we just briefly mentioned earlier, which it's just sad that she has no comprehension and no understanding of what it actually means. And as you mentioned, Leon, he's a man. Elvis is a man of culture. He understands exactly what it means. And I think for the nurse right here, right? When the both of them are standing by his side, where I feel like Elvis is a reduced a little bit more, because of the two women that are sort of just.
Oh, that's when he's like, when you get old, everything you do is either worthless or sadly amusing.
Yeah, and it is unfortunate, because I forgot exactly what she says here, but it's a bit humorous to them, and he doesn't appreciate it at all. And obviously, kind of made me think about, obviously, the fact that masculinity, can fade with strength, but I think it could also grow through endurance here. And I think that's exactly what Elvis experiences. That starts in the nursing home here, and I mean, he obviously stays at the nursing home the entire time, but his spirit grows much like his unit does too, which is good for him to experience and regain his manhood in. But is there anything else we want to touch on in a non-sexual manner?
Nope.
in the nursing home?
No, I think we're good to go into the flashback, which is where we get a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do want to talk about our boy Jack as well. Because I think his introduction is pretty short as it happens, but I think when he meets him and as he talks about meeting Jack, who is again as he's described as an elderly black man who insists that JFK has replaced his brain, or has had his brain replaced. Sorry, and again,
LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson is not.
Lyndon B. Johnson, yeah.
Mr. President, Johnson's dead. Shit, that won't stop.
And again, you could think of whether this is slight madness, or again, just a little bit of a metaphor here. I think Jack's conviction here exemplifies his dignity, because I think he refuses to be invisible at the nursing home. And again, you might think that he's insane by saying he's JFK, right? Or just
he knows everybody thinks he's insane. He doesn't care.
But exactly what I was going to get into. But like, I think because of they share similarities, their friendship is what really kind of helps this rebellion against like the nursing home's neglect and how they're being, or how they've been ridiculed, which I love. Jack's you gotta get a friend like Jack.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I think
a black friend or a white friend. What would you need? A black friend?
Ooh.
A former president.
Yeah, a former president.
Okay, well, definitely don't get a black friend if we're talking about former presidents. We only got one option. His family is known for offing people.
Yeah, I would probably. So again, like I guess at that point, make sure you have it's a white friend basically.
He is easily like my favorite character in the movie.
Yeah,
he is great.
And I am gonna kind of skipping through a part here, but when he's that on the floor.
These are proper scarabs. I don't care about that shitty mummy movie. These are the real deal. Stop.
Yeah, but like,
are they that big?
Size of his hand, I think he mentions, right?
I mean, they fill up the whole bedpan. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a proper usage of a bedpan, not the way Alien Earth.
No, you don't put your head in it. That's not how you do that.
Much like they didn't know what a scorpion was, they probably wouldn't know what a scarab is either.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but he notices the scar on the back of his neck, and I think he's like, "Oh wow, like this."
They really did put a bag of sand in his head.
Yeah, this is JFK. This is Jack Kennedy here.
Mm-hmm.
But I think their camaraderie is what helps build both of their masculinity up.
Like, dude, the camaraderie between these two, there before they go into the final battle, when Elvis is like, "Bro, about Maryland."
Yeah.
I gotta know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Classified.
Oh boy, like it's such a good wholesome moment between bros, old man
Yes.
bros, but bros nonetheless.
Yeah,
You know,
between you and me. Woo-wee.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's it's like this male bonding, right? Because they both refuse to surrender. I think Jack's dignity throughout the movie, especially in his friendship with Elvis here, or like is self belief against like all evidence that's held against him. Like, I think he's obviously very eccentric because of who he says he is, but I think
he's thinking with sand. I mean, come on, you're
That's-
going to be a
that's
little
true.
eccentric with that. That's
That's
it's
true.
an understandable handicap.
But I think he actually shows real purpose, despite his identity in his decay, right? But I mean, he's yeah, I agree, Cindy. It's hard to say that Elvis isn't my favorite character with obviously like Bruce Campbell because he does such an amazing job, but the time that he's in this movie is great. Like,
stay on this frame, by the way, please.
What's that?
Stay on this frame while you're talking.
Yeah, for sure. But I think you want to see more of Jack in this movie, right? Like, you kind of can't wait to see him in another scene, especially with Elvis. I mean, just the part which we'll get to, because I think it's another interesting like metaphorical talking point. But when he leads him to the bathroom, right? You're like, what the fuck are we doing going to a bathroom stall to watch to go look at a bunch of what does he call it?
Hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics. But no, but does he call it something else?
Oh,
my
Egyptian graffiti or something.
Yeah.
He says stick figures.
Stick-
Elvis does. I mean, they're looking at stick figures on the shithouse wall.
yeah,
that's right. The shithouse wall. Yeah.
I also want this shot right here truly shows us the masculinity, the manliness of JFK. Because what a baller! For a moment, let's accept the, as we know, falsehood that Lee Harvey Oswald was the only shooter. What a baller move to go to bed with the mugshot of the man that failed to blow your brains out above your bed.
And he's got Jack Ruby and a couple of others on the wall when you first come in.
He does.
He's got the diorama of the assassination attempt, and
well, also look at his posture, because I've been in a nursing home a few times, and I noticed that usually they slouch. They don't sit ramrod straight like that. And I mean, like his movements are very, I'm in front of a lot of people, I must act stately, and it's quite interesting.
Well, and doubly so because JFK was a military vet, so he has that military stature, and always carry yourself with a military bearing. And Ozzy does a really good job of reflecting that.
Yeah.
What's up, Anthony? How you
What
doing,
a
man?
strange casting call that must have been. Casting for JFK must be black.
I wonder if he came into that audition and he was just like, you know what? This role was meant for me.
Yeah, like you're a white guy going in, and it's like, sorry, you didn't get the part. Why?
No,
You
there
weren't
had
black.
to have been some inside ball on that, because this thing was made for like less than $1 million. How the hell do you get Ozzy for that, other than him going, you know what? I want to be in this thing. I'm intrigued. Let's do it.
That's a good point, because I'm like, I don't know if Bruce Campbell knew him and like just recommended him, like threw out a name, or if someone else just was like, oh, I think Ozzy would be the good part or actor to portray this part. But yeah, what a great job he did. I highlight this with Rick Costa said, Cindy, can you say that again? Are they that big?
Are they that big? Oh goodness, Rick.
Nice, Rick. Nice. For $2, Rossi says, I put my head in a bedpan. That's how I got staff.
No.
Oh no, Rossi.
I mean, Alien Earth gave me staff.
Yeah, that was that took some hectic medicine to get rid of. Yeah. If only we could give Alien Earth staff.
But somehow I don't believe Nadia.
Hold on. AJ says, I'm so masculine. I'm watching Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Speaking of people who haven't seen Bubba Ho-Tep,
AJ, have you seen Bubba Ho-Tep? I'm kind of concerned if you haven't seen it because you
know better than that.
It's not a Disney cartoon. He hasn't seen it.
Yeah,
that's true. But so he doesn't like black character representation. Come on now, Matt Funcool, what's up, dude? How's it going? Wait, did you say there was oh, I see her. I have seen this movie. So why didn't you want to be on the panel, huh? Because I've seen every horror movie.
Yeah, but this, I don't know. Does this even qualify as a horror movie?
It's got mummies in it. So Nadia isn't qualified.
That's fair.
Yeah, I know. So if this movie was somehow in the 2002 versus I don't know, 2004, genre breakdown, I'm sure this would make the list. And if it didn't, well, then I would just quit.
6 presidential elections since it came out.
I mean, Bruce Campbell was in the 2 best
because of me.
2002. This and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
It's my stream. Yeah, Nadia. Yeah, see, Bobby's telling it straight. You got a lot to kick it out in chat now. It just says, bro, I've never even heard of it. Real people freak me out. More like horror comedy.
That's fair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and
for
even
sure.
less horror. I mean, it's more comedy horror.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters is probably scarier than this.
It's probably.
I consider this to be a period piece myself.
Nope. It's a documentary.
Yeah, documentary. There we go.
Tarzan is gay. I don't know. Listen, the day we talk about Tarzan on here is the day I'm sure AJ.
It's the day we close shop because we're no longer masculine. So what have we done?
That's true. Well, it's interesting how Leon has presented the idea with discussing Toy Story as a masculine.
I think Toy Story is a masculine movie. I really do.
And at that point, we'll kind of swap out Tarzan and say, at that point, I'm sure AJ would probably want to be on to talk.
Nobody wants AJ on. All he's going to do is talk about this is Disney. I love Disney. Oh my god.
Will he be a white president?
100%. Oh yeah, maybe AJ will have his brain swapped out. Which one though? Which? Okay, here's maybe I should put this in a poll. Which dead
brain?
President would fit into AJ's brain? Characterization
who's the
wise,
smallest president we've ever had.
I don't know. You guys say that in chat. See who would who you might want to.
I gotta think it's like John Quincy Adams or something like that. It's gonna be
like an older president, you think?
Yeah, like son of, it was like, well, your dad was famous and you were a bit of a shit.
We know it's not Teddy Roosevelt because black people don't go outside. So
and Washington was like 6'3" or 6'4".
Well,
yeah,
he was also on the water, so probably not safe.
Yeah, check that story out, Nadia. Were you gonna say something, Cindy?
No, I saw AJ's comment. It made me laugh.
Oh, okay.
James Madison is the shortest president. He stood 5'4". So,
who was that?
James Madison.
Oh, Madison. Oh, okay. 5'4", you said?
Yeah, he wrote bigger.
That is a small little guy. That's it's like Rossi and Kata height, no?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, shit. Now I got
great
twice as many reasons to cover Velocipaster.
Great responsibility can come from small packages.
If I cover Velocipaster, I'm subbing. Okay, guys. So we're not doing Lost Boys next week. We're doing
it's all Velocipaster.
Velocipaster.
Sign me up.
We're gonna try and get like max out StreamYard as well. I get like 12 people on this bitch and talk about it.
Oh, it's the greatest piece of cinema.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
Really?
Yeah, but she speaks so highly of it.
Yeah, she's a
She's
huge
like the
fan.
Velocipaster whisperer, basically.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sick next Monday. It's fine. We'll just keep postponing it until you're well, and we'll just
don't
keep
worry.
wishing you well.
Yep.
Yeah. See, Gemma understands. How could you not? Before we get into the bug attack, which is amazing, James Madison is my favorite president. You dullards, Rossi says.
Wrong. Andrew Jackson or bust.
I mean, I do give again. That's why I said Madison rode a lot taller than he actually was.
Yeah. I just saw this. Hillary. Hold on. Salty says Hillary Clinton. She was the actual president. Bill was busy.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. He was busy getting.
I wouldn't insult AJ enough to say that. Oh, he's really Hillary Clinton in disguise. I respect him that much at least.
I wouldn't
like
insult Hillary in that way.
You had
Mostly
to
because I
cough
don't want to
before
get
you
killed.
said that. Sorry.
Not even Cindy can convince me.
Aw.
That's terrible.
I'll sure try, Naughty.
Keep trying. You can try. Okay, so let's talk about a little bug friend here. Which
was in ancient Egyptian culture, the scarab was actually one of the divine symbols of manhood.
Yes.
And so
I mean, it sure didn't act like a bitch, that's for sure. It was quite aggressive. But yeah, it's he gets attacked in bed. Armed with a bedpan and maybe a slight increase in the will to live. Again, he's not going to let some beetle take him out in life.
Which is crazy because the Beatles absolutely took out Elvis in real life.
That's a good one.
Thank you. Sorry, continue.
Thank you very much. But obviously, again, it's an absurd fight, but it's definitely symbolic because something as small as a victory of killing a giant beetle the size of like your hand definitely restores some vigor for him.
Plus, he's pissed. It spilled his chocolates.
Yeah.
That bastard.
Well, also he's already I think because of the incident with Bull's daughter and the nurse, he's already shamed enough that he's like, all right, no pissing or shitting into bed anymore. He's going to get up and take a leak like a man in the bathroom, hanging on the toilet, and that's when he notices the scarab, and then comes out and has his battle. So he's already started a bit of the okay. I've had about enough of this shit, right? You know, I'm gonna have my small victories wherever I can, but then he's rewarded for doing this by having this, great battle and owning the scarab.
Well, had he stayed in bed, would he have gotten, like murked, immediately?
Yeah, it would have got him much easier. I mean, it was how it got the old woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like he was pissing with a purpose. When you gotta go, and it saved his life.
That's a punk rock album right there. Pissing with a purpose.
Oh, dude, goodness. It is actually. I'm surprised Pink Floyd didn't use that for one of their albums.
Yeah. famous punk.
Famous punk band. God. But masculinity is expressed through confrontation, even if it is against a giant bug. And for democracy's sake, you got to kill all bugs, light them on fire. That's a great way to kill them. And again, like as you mentioned, Cindy, or asked the question, would he have died? And because he's granted if he was asleep, but I think he's in a more passive state at that point. At least he's up and he's able to be mobile and not kind of just waiting or sitting there. Not that he was waiting to die from a giant beetle either way, but he takes initiative, right? He's got his Elvis Kung Fu ready to go. But he decides to take action rather than succumb to fear. Even as this beetle is hilariously flying around with the great effects, which I don't mind them at all. I'm like, no, this is great. I don't care if it looks cheesy or campy or whatever. I mean, it definitely kind of fits the motive of this. But I mean, it's actually not that bad,
Yeah, the funny thing is you think, oh, this is the big bad, and then you see actual Bubba Ho-Tep, and you're like, oh, Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna. So actually, I was gonna ask Sydney, because this is your first time, and anyone else in the chat, if you're watching this for the first time and you see this beetle, like, do you think this was Bubba Ho-Tep, or like, was it going? Did you think it was going to like suddenly like transform into Bubba Ho-Tep?
I kind of wondered if he was like oh gosh, I can't think of the word for it, but like he comes before Bubba Ho-Tep.
Harbinger.
Yeah, Harbinger, there it is. So that's what I saw him as initially, but it didn't dawn on me that it could have just been Bubba Ho-Tep himself.
Yeah, it's sort of like this is the Harbinger.
Yeah.
And by destroying this shell, like, this is like the vessel that allows him to just appear from it. Like, you've sort of maybe released him, or Elvis has released him.
Well, this is the recon, right? It goes around.
But that's
it's
exactly
looking
what it is.
for the
Yeah.
weak, you know, the small souls, and then it's like, all right, I'm going to target you as a victim, and because Elvis gets him, he decides he's going to go hunting elsewhere.
Yep. This is pretty good. He's getting a good look at himself in the bedpan mirror here. We got a 199 little dono here from Waylon saying "Pissing Behind My Wall."
Punk Floyd
album.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just pissing everything away.
Yeah.
Which totally a different subject. The fact that Dark Wolf actually uses a Pink Floyd song accurately, I was like, oh, that's actually not bad, but definitely not punk rock at the slightest. Naughty is white. Also, Waylon said my favorite president was Jefferson Davis. Did I?
Yeah, it was short term. It didn't work out so well for him, but
yeah. Nonetheless, he was a president.
He was.
Well, when I'm old, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, so I grew up. My mother was she ran a nursing home, so I spent a lot of time volunteering, helping out, and whatever. And so yeah, a lot of this was, yep, this looks about right. This was actually, by the way, this was shot in a VA.
Was it really?
Yeah, shot in a VA.
Not know that.
Yeah.
Huh. That's actually pretty cool.
Also somewhat depressing when you realize that this is where you're sending your veterans.
Yeah, I was just thinking, there's something depressing about it, but man.
Where was this shot? I'm sorry.
The interior shots are all at a VA hospital.
Oh, wow. That is depressing.
The Beatles so clever, though, to kind of just post up inside of it.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I feel like, again, it's like as Jay said, it's reconning, but it's not stupid, right? I mean, if it can kill people while they're sleeping, then it can surely withstand being squished by a bedpan and survive in that way. And obviously, it gains the upper hand on our man Elvis, and he trips and flips, and his demise might be knocking at the door until he realizes that, oh, there's a utensil here I could surely use and stab and skewer.
And he does the perfect old man thing, right? Okay, I can't out physical you, but I can use guile and treachery, because I found that thing. I'm just going to lay here helpless, and then bam, gotcha ass. Ha.
Now, see, to me, the scarab actually was probably the horror element, because every time it came on screen, I would like pull my feet up.
That's my wife. My wife immediately, she's like, I don't know how many times I've seen this, and every time those bugs screw with me. And like,
yes. It made me flinch every single time, and it's like I was screeching at my screen, no, just stab him. Oh my gosh.
Kill it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely has that sort of that vibe. But yeah, he totally baits the beetle into thinking he's like, pops his little head out, and it's like, oh yeah, like, no, you got me, bro. It's totally fine. I'm so helpless and emasculated, like, kill me. And no, you're dead. Just
treachery, bitch. What's up?
Die in a fire, basically.
That's right. Yep.
I'm
electrocute your ass.
Yep. Which you're toasted. But I think again that this fight definitely reawakened something in Elvis here.
Certainly reawake something else. Just a couple of scenes later, yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that scene in just a second here, but yeah, and I think that it's proving that actions definitely can revive certain attributes within a man, and obviously he gains courage here because he has to. Again, it sounds absurd, but fight a giant beetle that I don't know if he thinks that it could have killed him or not because he just doesn't know. But we know that it could have killed him, so we know that he escaped a higher risk.
Even if it couldn't have killed him, who the fuck wants that near their bed?
That's true. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean,
Asmongold.
Yeah, Asmund probably has one of these. He's probably caged at this point, maybe. Should ask his best friend, Kata, over in Texas. But who wants some fried beetle? I wonder what fried beetle actually tastes like.
What made you
crunchy.
think that was something to eat?
Native Americans did.
Yeah,
like June
I've had
bugs.
cricket before. Cricket's not bad.
Yeah, I've actually had fried crickets before.
June bugs. They used to throw them in the fire and let them pop like popcorn, and then eat them.
Yeah. What else have I had? I mean, this is probably something Bear Grylls knows exactly what it tastes like. But, he's eaten a lot of insects. We haven't seen Man vs. Wild.
Yeah, but I think I've only had like 3 or 4 insects.
Okay, how about this? What if you put a marshmallow on the beetle?
And he's got those chocolates. He can make a s'more out of it.
Is that supposed to make it reasonable?
I mean, it gives it maybe the melted chocolate and the mellow probably adds it probably takes away from the crunchiness. And that probably adds a little bit more
I
flavor.
think the crunch is important. I think texture is often more important than flavor. So the crunch actually probably helps.
You're right. Yeah. No, because that's the important part of the graham, right? You get the graham is the
right, exactly,
the textured part. So
I would eat a beetle before I eat a caterpillar.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, because caterpillars are like furry, so you don't want to eat burnt hair, right? I mean, maybe someone does, but is that a texture people like burnt hair?
What?
As somebody with long hair, I can assure you, no, I'm not a fan of burnt hair.
I'm not either. No,
I don't like the texture. I don't like the smell.
Ho-Tep a step. Hello, love it. How are you, darling? Hope you're doing well.
Love it.
A chocolate covered grub is still a fucking giant maggot. I mean, it's true, but
well, I mean, it's not a maggot, but
it's a beetle.
It's,
I mean,
it's a grub.
Yeah, it's a grub. As I'm sure this
Maggot,
might excite.
Make American grubs great on toast.
Oh my
nice,
gosh.
very clever. This might actually excite AJ if he's still here, but a maggot is something I'm sure Timon and Puma would quite enjoy. So there's my Lion King reference for the night. It's never gonna happen again. I'm done referencing the Lion King for the night. That's it. Asians are used to eating weird things, Cinevere.
Yeah. I'm faux Asian now.
Oh, Asian. Phasian?
Yes, I'm Phasian.
Phasian? How would you spell that, actually? That's kind of interesting. I'll mess around that later.
It's like FaZe Clan, but different.
Fuck all of that. Yeah. I know, right? But yeah, I think that this is something, again, that just helps Elvis transform. He's starting to come around. And speaking of coming around, I mean, it doesn't happen because that would obviously be
Vex, you've never watched Bubba Ho-Tep?
Look,
No.
Vex has like embarrassing gaps that you just look and go, all right.
Vex, to put this in perspective, Nadia has seen this and you haven't.
Dude.
Hey, this was my first time watching. So I'm in the same boat.
Watch like chinky eye shit.
Ching chang chang chong chong chong. Oh wait, we're not doing Demolition Man.
They're
Sorry.
not doing Demolition Man.
Well, because Rossi's had a sticker, I gotta play it.
Of 2010. Specific information concerning objects.
There we go.
There we go. Vex, yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. The fact that Vex hasn't seen this and Nadia has, we must be in some sort of weird Bubba Ho-Tep.
I told you this is a documentary.
Man. Is Cindy a faux Asian? Yeah.
The way that's spelled is clever. Well done.
I like it.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I like the spelling a lot.
Shame about the pronunciation, but oh well.
Yeah. I almost said Bubba says. Rossi says I've never seen Bubba Ho-Tep at Vex
They
elected.
Vex elected, like
Vex elected 100 rows.
I would never elect Vex. She's a woman.
I will definitely move it on my watch list. It's been on my watch list forever, and I just never got to it.
Oh, you need to. I mean, there's a lot of really cool context that goes along with the movie.
It's only an hour and like 25 minutes. I really think it's worth it, Vex.
Yeah.
It's a
Racism
very
doesn't
tight
exist,
runtime.
Yama. Come on now. It's a made up thing that liberals try to push. Let's talk about erections. Not ours, but Elvis's rather. After he's had a nice night with the giant beetle, the nurse obviously is trying to tend to our poor friend Elvis's erection that hasn't seen in 2 presidential elections, as we've mentioned, and he's being treated with pity more than respect. Again, it's just further more emasculation that he's still searching for some dignity within his humiliation, and this quiet moment that he has again with the nurse is a bit of a struggle because he's having to depend on her, and obviously he's still trying to hold on to what pride he has left. But
more importantly, she doesn't see him as any kind of sexual being at all because he's old, and so we just have to apply the medicine to a part of the body, okay, and here you go. By the way, I love the audio design. It always sounds so fantastic when she's getting that jelly out.
It's okay. So the audio design here, it is objectively good, but it's one of the few things about this movie that's like, okay, this is a horror movie. Because like you got like this squishy, sloshy ointment, and then you're imagining the growth on his pecker, as he puts it. Like it's so rough. This part is so rough.
It makes no sense thinking back on it, but I couldn't even look at the screen on this part. Just the mental image alone was making it gross me out.
Yeah, it definitely paints some mental pictures, and boy, does it give you a hell of a soundtrack to go along with it. The whole time it's going.
Yeah, I'm not into Elvis porn. Well, she wasn't either until
Mr. Half.
Mr. Half.
She looks so flattered.
What's that, Cindy?
She looks so flattered.
Yeah,
you can tell Elvis is packing because she's a bit impressed with what she's looking at. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She was like, I didn't know you had it in you. He's definitely a grower, not a shower.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like how many, which is kind of weird to think, but how many times has she gone through this routine herself, right? Because as you said, it's just another body part that it's like, well, this is my job. It is what it is.
Yep.
Like, man hasn't had an erection probably the entire time I've been doing this here. So, just lather up my gloves and kind of get to it. But, I don't know. Would you think that or say that he is vulnerable here, but this is also like how his masculinity also starts to grow. No pun intended, but
it's life starting to come back into him, because remember that I think it's the first time she does it, and he was like felt a flutter like a pigeon having a heart attack, right? Yeah. That's about it, and there's just a whole lot of nothing. Whereas this time he's kind of thinking about the night before and what was going on, and again that little bit of life is enough to wake up some things that have been laying dead for a couple of elections.
Finding purpose, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Found something
Absolutely.
I'm interested in.
Yeah, he's finding purpose and pride even in these moments of what I think he would have normally have been classifying as being like powerless.
Mhm.
You know, but obviously, like, yeah, she's like, you old rascal, like,
Mhm.
you need to go take a cold shower.
Need to join in there.
Yeah, he asked her to join in there, which again, like, that's some good old masculine behavior there, like, because obviously, if this were his younger heydays, like, she probably would have, you know what I'm saying? Like,
all he had to do was curl that lip.
yeah, she'd be like, oh, like, we showering now, like, my break's not for another 30 minutes. Too bad we're getting in the shower now. Like,
Exactly.
that's how it happens. Like, you can't rescind the king. Like, king, you gotta do what the king says.
But I quit this job. That's fine. Let's go ahead.
I'll find another one.
Hail to the king.
Yeah. Dude, her facial expressions throughout this whole scene is hilarious.
Yeah.
I know, she's so great.
I was genuinely worried for her, like, this whole movie, because I'm like, okay, this has like horror elements. I'm worried she's going to get picked off.
No, I actually feel like bad for her at one point in the movie, because like she's so nice to him, and I think the last time we see her is when he yells at her, like, all right, I'm done, you dumb
Calls her a
bitch. I can
bitch.
put
Yeah.
weight on my own pecker. Like, no,
Yeah.
she's so nice. Why are you being an asshole, Elvis?
Well,
I
she's
agree.
not though. The thing is, she's infantilizing him. She treats him like a child and all that stuff or whatever. And then now he's a grown ass. I mean, again, if somebody was just like, every interaction I had and them like, isn't that nice? This or whatever. Oh, they'd get a fucking ass eating and get called much worse than what he calls her.
Yeah. And I think because like he's usually pretty nice to her, the fact that he has this sort of outburst, I don't think she took it to heart or thought that like he was like it would happen again. I mean, obviously it doesn't happen again because he dies, but
I don't think she has any malice when she's doing it, right? That's why she's kind of taken aback by it. But that's kind of the point of the movie, is that everybody just assumes that the elderly are not really adults, that they're children and especially wrinkly bodies and not capable and all that. And when he finally cracks and kind of reverts to, look, I'm a grown man, stop fucking talking to me like that, you patronizing bitch. And she's shocked, right? But I mean, he's right.
This could be a good question here. How many times do you think they had to repeat this scene?
I think Bruce Campbell can get erect on command.
That's probably true. It's like, I need to be directing this scene. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
How
long do you want it to take? How big do you need it?
Yeah. You want me to just be one and done so we can just keep moving onward? I mean, obviously, tight budget, but not that getting an erection costs money.
Yeah.
It's
like, you know what they say about a man with a big chin?
What's that, Cindy?
I said you could just get a dildo from the store. Just kind of strap it right there. I don't know.
Look, no, we care about authenticity in these scenes.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, like we got to be somewhat accurate here. So, but you were a child.
Dare you insult my man Bruce like that?
Yeah, first of all, I was never a child. I was born a short adult.
It's true.
Benjamin Button.
I think you're just taking all his frustration, not just she triggered it. Yeah.
It's the world that's been treating him that way, and he's had enough. She just happens to be the one that is there. She's sending you a picture of her erection.
If it is, I'm not pulling it. I saw that I got messages, but I'm not looking now. I will check, Nadia. Put on your peanut butter and banana sandwiches.
Yeah.
Butt on your peanut butter and banana sandwiches. Love me some pickles, Waylon. I like relish. I actually don't mind pickles. I'm not weird like that. Like people like have this weird reaction having pickles on their like Chick-fil-A burgers. I'm like, I don't know.
I think
I take the pickles off mine. Like, here's the deal. Pickles are a the flavor is not bad whatsoever, but I don't care for sliced pickles on my burgers and whatnot because it's a texture thing. Like if I'm eating a pickle, I want that nice crunch factor. So like you can get like the like
He
the
doesn't want a
pappardelle.
limp pickle.
Yeah, I want a limp pickle. I want it to be nice and firm
Needs
and
to be fully
crunchy.
erect. Yeah.
Yes.
10 out of 10. All right, Nadia. No dick emojis. Disappointed. Yeah, like can we? Where are the bananas in the chat or the eggplants? Like, there we go. Leave it to a woman to get the eggplants going.
I'm here to please.
Yeah, you heard it here, gentlemen. Leon wants it hard and juicy.
Cindy will not patronize you.
That's true. Don't displease her. I love this like look he has on his face, and he's just like he's got his hands behind us. It's like, yeah, that's right, woman.
Hail to the king, baby.
Yeah. Hail to the king's staff, woman.
Yeah. My rod and my staff, they'll comfort you.
Staff of Ra?
Oh, that's
another Egyptian reference there, Well, he has to
trying to get into her well of souls.
We can go deep into that pyramid.
Oh my.
I love the fact that he's like, I gotta look at this one more time. There we go.
Exactly, yeah.
And he looks so satisfied, like, yeah, that's how I remember it.
Yeah. Hello, old friend. Good to see you again.
Rossi with the socks.
Always.
Not doing it. You're all deviants.
Isn't that why you keep coming back?
Yeah. Hey, that would be me too. Oh yeah, but again, I think he has to look at it.
Rhino Milk. Oh, nice reference. Nice reference. Got an EPAP reference there.
Don't smell the socks. Yeah. That I think, yeah. I mean, again, I definitely think that it is this is a metaphor as well. And I think for the caregiver that has always sort of had control, because he was powerless, this is the moment where he takes control over. He's like, I've found purpose. I've found something that entices me. I found something that I can actually find some meaning and some passion. Something to look forward to, something to keep me.
Yeah, I'm re-engaged with life. I'm not. I'm no longer, just acted upon. Now I'm an actor.
Yep. Yeah, he has this moral strength now, and some physical strength as well. So,
put an eye out with that thing.
Yeah. Now, had the Beetle tried to fight him at this moment in time, I think.
Oh, hell no.
At that point, I mean, you're definitely fighting for your life to protect your manhood.
Mm-hmm. Well, he'd probably just use that as his weapon instead.
Right, exactly.
Batter up.
Smack. Who needs a fork when you've got a staff of Ra?
Exactly.
I know we skipped over it, and Leon, you mentioned it before. We talk about some hieroglyphics here, but the flashbacks of
him renouncing his Elvis hood to become Mr. Have.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I grabbed any screenshots at that, but we could talk about it if you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. And again, it's even in his prime, he's questioning, what have I done with my life? What's going on? He's not happy with his life currently, and so he's he looks for a way out of it, and he finds the perfect patsy to trade up on. The problem is what he didn't realize is that Hap likes drugs at least as much as he does, and then but he's like, that's fine, you go do you. I've got just enough money to get by and just enjoy a normal life where I still get to be on stage and be Elvis, but then I get to have a normal life otherwise, right? Which is probably what he always wanted. And certainly it's what he wants, by the time he's in his 40s, that he he realizes that the weight of being kind of this mythic figure is it takes over everything in his life. So he doesn't get to be just him anymore, right? He doesn't get to be Elvis Aaron Presley. He's always Elvis in bright lights with a jumpsuit kind of thing. And so he makes the trade. Then he has a barbecue accident that blows up his trailer with the contract and all of the documentation. But he's all right with that. I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate, but at least I'm actually having real relationships with real people, and I still get to go up on stage and everybody, all the women throw their panties at him, and unfortunately, he gets a little full of himself and decides to do a karate kick in the hip, gives out, and he falls.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very meaningful backstory. And they also give us a nice little crossfade that goes into it. Only once, which is required. But
then we have another reference with the Elvis movie Marathon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
I've only seen one or two Elvis movies in my life. I think it was Girls Are Nothing But Trouble. And there's one that takes place in Hawaii. I've seen that one. My grandma was a big Elvis fan.
Was it Blue Hawaii? Is that what it is?
That might be it. Let me look up the name of it.
I think I've seen that one.
Yep, Blue Hawaii. Yep, that's correct. Blue Hawaii.
Yeah. I mean, Jailhouse Rock was a pretty standard one that was on TV.
My grandma had Jailhouse Rock on DVD, but I don't think I ever watched that one with her.
Yeah.
Does True Romance count as an Elvis film?
I mean, he makes a guest appearance in The Mirror.
Right, yeah, but if he was British, then he'd be my Bond pick.
We're talking about Bruce Campbell's jawline.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Yeah, no, they definitely don't make jawlines like that anymore.
Nadia means just Bruce Campbell's chin.
All right.
Just Bruce Campbell's chin as Bond.
Hold on.
Listen.
Well, since Bond got brought up, now I've got to bring it up. Hold on a sec. I can find this. Let's see.
Elvis was almost in Rio Bravo.
Yep.
Walk the line. Yeah, just the chin as Bond. I mean, listen, I'm sure Bruce Campbell's chin would probably be better than what we actually might get. So, there's that. GoldenEye was amazing. Is amazing. Yes. Glad you liked it, Nadia. I really am.
Perfect. Okay, here it is. Let me share my screen for a moment.
Yes, sir.
So, used AI to do Bond, Bruce Campbell as Bond. I was like, here's the deal, Amazon give the people they want, Old Man Bond, starring Groovy Bruce. And he responded, also the first Bond from Royal Oak, Michigan.
There you go.
That's so
my
cool,
gosh.
dude.
Yeah. So yeah, highlight of my ex career was Bruce Campbell acknowledging that he could be the first Bond from Royal Oak, Michigan.
He actually looks good in a tuxedo, though.
He does.
I think so.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he definitely has that pizzazz, and
Bruce has got that distinguished old man thing going too.
Yeah,
He's aged very gracefully.
he has. Yeah, he really has.
The rest of him has grown into that chin and head.
Right. I mean, that's the name of his biography. Which, if no one's read,
Chins
really good.
America.
If Chins Could Kill: Confessions of a B movie star.
Oh my gosh.
I actually haven't seen that. I was like, I don't think I've seen that before.
No, it's a book. It's the biography.
It's a book.
It's biography, yeah.
Okay, well then I have not read it yet. I do have some Audible credits I could use, so my road trips I could perhaps listen to it.
What if he narrates himself? That'd be interesting. I like it when people narrate their own biographies.
You love it when people do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their own biographies.
Yeah. It was the Arnold one I got.
That would be less good. I don't want Arnold reading that, but and
No,
then I was
you know what I did though?
Stallone one, that would be unfortunate.
Good, but you know what I did for the Arnold book? I put it on 2x speed.
Oh God.
Could you even understand him?
Oh yeah, no, I still understood him, but he was talking at this sort of normal pace as I'm talking right now on 2x speed.
Yeah.
So
Oh wow.
Oh, because he had to read it super slow for.
yeah,
That's
he
funny.
was trying to enunciate every word properly. So you would kind of talk like this. I'm trying
this all
yes.
the time.
You want to lift the weights up and then put them back down and get the perfect range of motion. Yeah, get to the chopper. He's older, so he can't quite say it as fast, but
Yeah.
Would 3,000 Miles to Graceland be a good masculine movie recommendation?
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. All I remember is a shit ton of Elvis impersonators. That's
I don't know. Maybe something to think about. I have to say, like, I haven't yet compiled the list of 2026 movies yet. Pretty much done with what we've got cooked for the rest of this year. For those of you who don't know, what we're going to be doing at the end of the year, probably the Monday of Christmas week. That's going to be the we're going to have a masculine Monday character like bracket tournament. So every masculine character that we've had through all the movies that we've covered so far this year on Masculine Mondays, we're going to have a tournament style bracket elimination to see which character is the most masculine character, takes the crown for masculine Monday movie hero or character of 2025.
Is it
Apex
King of
Masculinity.
2025?
Yeah. So, voting will obviously be implied, and, depending on the character that you want to be propelled further ahead, dollars
Capitalism
are
speaks.
worth something. What's that?
I said capitalism speaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a capitalism show.
Money talks and bullshit walks.
Yep. Yeah. If it's a bullshit take, we might just kick that out the door.
But if you pay, it can stay in the game.
Yep, exactly.
If somebody drops a red boy for Jason Bourne, go fuck yourself.
Someone would do it, I'm sure, but oh god, yeah, it'll be interesting. I'll have to make sure that we have an equal tournament of choices, of course.
Yeah, setting up the brackets is going to be fun.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try and arrange it so like there's not some favoritism, but I think some.
Well, you got to figure out like the rankings. What are the seedings, right? That's the tough part.
Honestly, what I think I'm gonna do is that
I mean, this movie itself already has some probably. Is it JFK? Is it
Kemosabe?
Is it Elvis?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I mean, think about the episode 1 when we talked about Tombstone. I mean, there's 4 characters right there you could have on there. So like, and I think granted, some of the movies that there's only one character to kind of take away from, right? Like that's an option. So I think in some cases, like, could be a bit of a longer stream, but
some aren't going to make the cut. Sorry,
Yeah.
Karate Kid. You ain't making it.
Yeah, I mean, there's again, I want to make sure that it makes sense. Like again, like if we're gonna include what is it from Dead Poets Society, right? Like, I don't know if he could potentially make the list. There would be an argument to make, maybe, but again,
I mean, if we only have like 32 or 64 available. I mean, there are movies that are going to have multiples that are all legit to be on it.
For sure. Yeah. I might. What I might do is if I can come up with a list to see who makes the list in the first place, and then I'll probably just I might just make a freaking random number generator.
You got to seed them though. I mean, you got to seed them because you don't want to have. I mean, like a top tier contest. In the first round.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I might share it with some people to see what they think prior to the stream, of course. But sounds fun. It should be fun. In my head, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, you can. I mean, Discord can definitely do some work.
Yeah.
On that as well.
Yeah. I'll throw it up on Discord, something like that. We'll have some more continued chats. Let's talk about some hieroglyphics here. So, our man
Stick
Jack
figures in the shithouse walls.
Yeah. Yeah. Jack and Elvis are making their way towards the bathroom. Because Jack has come to a revelation that he sees and has deciphered hieroglyphics, i.e. stick figures.
Well, he's
Very
realized
impressive
that
for very impressive for an American president.
yeah,
Yes.
He's realized that that the assassins that he thought that they sent, and it could be LBJ himself,
Right.
you know, that's clearly not it. That there's a different player in the game now.
Yep. Yeah. Again, this part made me laugh hysterically because just the moment you realize
The fact that he's still wearing like a suit jacket over his goddamn pajamas is so good.
Yeah, and you have that with
Patches.
Campbell, where he's walking around with the trench coat and pajamas when he goes looking around and finds the license plate and all that.
Yeah. Excuse me. And as silly as this might seem, right? They are realizing that again. I forget exactly what Jack says the transcription of the hieroglyphics are, but it's quite humorous because it's not it at all.
I know part 2 is that something along the lines like Cleopatra being good in bed or something.
No,
Yes.
so Pharaoh eats donkey goobers is the first one, and Cleopatra does the nasty is the
nasty.
second
Yes.
one,
yeah.
This
To be
movie
fair,
is
this version
unreal.
of JFK would get along fine with Cleopatra because, as I've been reliably informed by Grandmama, Cleopatra's black.
Exactly. Yeah, but to be fair, JFK isn't. He's only died. So
Yes.
Right. I mean, and who knows? He still might have gone for her. But they realize that
JFK didn't die.
Huh?
He was died.
yeah. Well,
he didn't
That's your
die.
second time using that pun today.
Don't
It
worry.
is. It just so happened to come up. It so happened to come up on Countercast earlier, so I like to be able to get the come that full circle.
That's
I mean,
all right.
JFK did
once
die.
per
It
stream.
just wasn't in Dallas. It was in East Texas, in Mud Creek.
Different part of Texas.
Yeah.
But I think again through the investigation, again they've become sort of like active heroes as opposed to being like these passive emasculated like victims here, right?
I feel
Again,
like the
this-
first one's calling somebody a jackass, and you can really kind of tell the last 3 on the bottom one are somebody getting freaky.
Yeah.
For
Well,
sure.
no,
Yeah,
the first one is Pharaoh eats donkey goobers.
Oh,
Yeah, notice how the donkey got himself a bit of a dick. Like, 'cause
No!
you clearly
Oh,
see,
you're right.
you see all
Let me-
4
let me zoom
legs,
in on
and there's
this.
that.
Hold
There's
on.
a
Oh,
bit
yeah.
appendage
Yep,
right there.
Yep. There's
Yeah,
a fifth
right
leg
here.
there.
oh
Yep.
my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's the are these the goobers or
I
are these the
guess.
goobers?
How long was that freaking mummy sitting in the can for? Damn.
I
Well,
mean, sometimes you get a little constipated with those small souls. You know, it takes a little work.
Yeah,
It
I
could have
believe
been
they
a-
call it the Pharaoh's throne.
Mm.
one thing's for sure, it didn't run out of toilet paper. So, that's my terrible gore joke.
Ah.
Yeah. But yeah, I can see how Cleopatra's getting
She's
nasty
doing the nasty.
Yeah.
down here, right? Like absolutely, some pornographic stick figures here. Jeez.
So these are actually so anybody. This is based off of a short story that was part of a anthology, and all of the stories were supposed to be about Elvis in his later years, or if he had survived, or something like that, right? To include like Harlan Ellison was one of the contributors and all that, but this one is like dead on a copy of the story. It is probably the most faithful adaptation you'll get, to include like the inner monologue that Elvis has is very much in the book, but so are the hieroglyphs. So they are actually drawn in the book, and the translations are correct.
Speaking of the reverse of erectile dysfunction here that Elvis has, Jaina Banana has appeared.
That's
What
true.
up,
Hi,
Jana?
Jaina. Good
Now,
to see you, darling.
this may explain why Jana always wants to have us show butthole, because she wants to suck our souls out.
True. Also, what's up, Hosty? How you doing? Holy Lovecraft hieroglyphs. Yeah.
Oh,
Pornographic stick figures is my exact incognito Google search.
I knew
it. Suck what?
You heard
I
me.
don't know if you've seen this movie, Jana, but Bubba Ho-Tep sucks the souls out of you, and
Any major orifice.
right, yeah. So, I mean, if you sleep on your stomach, right, with
This is
that
your
ass up in
butthole.
the air, like, hey, that's the first orifice that you kind of could probably get to. So,
Yep.
you know,
Well, as JFK said, he woke up with his lips wrapped around his asshole.
yeah. Souls out of buttholes because it rhymes. Unlike the thing that Elvis reads at the end. This doesn't even rhyme.
Yeah. His magical words of power.
Magical words of power, dude. Oh gosh. Again, it's the comedic parts here are just so well done. But the hieroglyphs here, again, I think as they're trying to decipher it and figure out what the hell it actually means, not that Cleopatra likes to do the nasty here. I think they're again they're I think it might have been Whalen that said this. They're trying to regain their agency here, right? Trying to understand their enemy because they know nothing about him yet. They don't think they've even correlated the fact that this giant beetle that Elvis killed is actually a scout recon part of Bubba Ho-Tep, right?
Right, but Jack knows because Jack had actually been attacked, and then the attack was interrupted.
Yep. But again, I think the reclamation of masculinity, as we saw the previous nursing scene, this is a continuation of that, where this is being expressed through purpose. They're channeling Jack's knowledge from trying to be assassinated, what knowledge they could potentially have from reading these hieroglyphs here. But it's also just like, they're trying to be intellectual about this as best as they can, but it's more so, I think, their curiosity that's leading them down the path of trying to solve this whole puzzle here. And that they're trying to solve a problem rather than like waiting for someone to rescue them, which they realize like no one's going to save them. This is really up to them to do something about it. But I think for both of them, as we mentioned earlier, the fact that they have like this keen friendship, the male bonding that they've had has allowed them to face whatever this is, that they don't quite know yet, together. Like, so they're not alone. And
yeah, so they both independently recognize that there's a threat. There's something going on here that's odd. Clearly the staff aren't going to help them because they think that they're children and they would just laugh off anything that they think. And so, the two of them come together and Jack knowing more, because he was the one that was attacked, and then kind of putting things together. Elvis is reluctant, but he's starting to see some of this stuff, and boy, are they going to get a good dose of it coming out of this bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I think that for what we know, right, death tends to dominate the weak. But I think that their defiance at this point, the fact that they continue they'll get out of bed in the middle of the night. And obviously Jack is ready to do that because he doesn't want to get assassinated again. Doesn't want to have to go through another brain transplant and have this body be just filled with a bag of sand. But I definitely think that again, this is another instance of how masculinity is definitely defined, or starting to be defined through what will become fit of survival because of what they both experience
Well, and
firsthand.
Jack, is this when Jack is addressing Elvis in bed? That's when he reveals he's like, "I know you're Elvis."
Yeah, he does say
Right.
that. Yeah.
That I know who you really are.
Yep.
And that's part of what spurs Elvis on, that it's not just another person humoring him or whatever, right? That okay, this guy's giving me some respect. So the least I can do is go along and check it out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, okay, this guy, he actually does believe. He believes. Bobby asked if you like Labubu's good one.
I responded.
Oh. Is Labubu a French name? Sounds like it, right? Ew. Exactly. Exactly, Jana. So the lead up to what our dear beloved nurse is just trying to enjoy a nice cigarette.
Sydney, were you worried this is when she was going to get got?
Yes, I was
Yeah.
like, no, go back inside. The cigarette's not that important.
It's her escape, the nicotine. She it's a nice little semi jump scare here. Obviously, it's not impactful, but did it get you, Cindy?
Yeah, well, no, it didn't make me jump, but I was like, oh, he's Bubba Ho-Tep. I just know it. Or he's the one who summoned him. And then I was wrong.
Like another
so the nice thing is that guy, the actor, is a Don Coscarelli regular. He's in all the Phantasm movies.
Oh wow!
And yeah, he's so there are a number of people like in this and associated with it that are regulars with Don Coscarelli.
That's pretty cool, actually. I don't think I've seen any of those, but like.
Those will be scary, and I'm not sure you would like them as much, but
I don't mind like gore or anything. So yeah, no, I might check them out.
Oh yeah, check out the Phantasm movies. If nothing else, you get cool Hemi Cuda.
What's that?
It's a really cool muscle car.
Ah, okay.
Hell yeah. But something onlooks her. And we know what it is because you kind of actually see Bubba Ho-Tep.
Yeah. Got a bit of electrical problem in the garden shed.
Yeah, because he's feeding. He's attacking at night, feeding on the weakest residents.
I thought he was feeding on Kimosabi here because of the boots.
Yeah, so yeah, I love the fact that he's got the cowboy hat and the Tony Lamas, the snakeskin boots.
Snakeskin boots.
But no, he is feeding on Kimosabe's roommate.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's why Kimosabe wakes up and
Bubba
Ho-Tep looks at him and chases him out.
Asshole.
Yeah. Oh my
asshole. The chaddest of chads.
Yeah, and they're doing some research, right? Like about the soul sucker.
I like this book.
Yeah, I have to say I appreciate the illustrations in this book. I don't know if it's actually from a real book or not, but or someone.
No, I think it's the one they made up for the.
Yeah, it's like, all right, we just need like 2 pages to kind of.
Yeah, the everyday man's and woman's guide to the soul.
Which is kind of interesting if you like read some of what you can see on the page here. But again, like really interesting sort of sketches to again that fits more of what they are believing, and realizing that there is this monster ahead of them. But I think I was thinking about it when we were talking about monsters and what they're facing too. Like, again, this is more of a maybe an analogy or a metaphor, but where they might not be afraid of a mummy, right? Like what they don't know. And I think sometimes you can talk about maybe the fear is fear of the unknown a monster, right? Because you could also say like death is a monster, and not just like the pictured drawing of the Grim Reaper personified as death, right? But I think it's quite interesting the fact that they're looking up and trying to research what this could possibly be. That
this is worse than death, though. I mean,
yeah,
this is the
soul
soul sucker takes away all of your opportunity to move forward, but also symbolic of erasing your existence and your legacy, right? That unlike simply dying, in which case you'd be remembered and all that, because this is feeding on these small souls, and because of the way that it consumes souls, there is no legacy. There is no after death. You're dead, and then you're so much what is it says, residue in the toilet or something like that.
It's a how-to book of how to suck. I did say women's guide, so
well, men's or women's.
No.
I mean,
I guess I won't discriminate, but you do you, right?
Mm-hmm. If I could, I wouldn't be on this stream.
We see that Kimosabe was definitely startled because his roommate's getting his soul sucked out of him here, or I should say right before that here. But yeah, it's again, it's what startles them, and they hear the noise, right? The scuttling through the hallways, because Jack's been saying like, I've been hearing it the entire time, and Elvis finally believes him.
Well, so, Elvis doesn't. He's like, I don't know, this goddamn mummy and all this shit. He's gonna go.
Yeah, it's true.
He's about to believe.
He's
him.
Curious, yeah, and he definitely 100% believes him when the thing trips him out.
Yeah. Decided to give him a little contact high from LSD. Have some of that. So.
I was gonna say, have you ever taken LSD before, Elvis? Probably, but it's been a while, so here's another dose.
Yeah, have you ever had contact high from LSD? No, yeah. I'm not sure how that would work. No, don't trust me. I can make it work.
Yeah, I could do things. I'm magical. Go ahead, Sydney.
I was yelling at Bruce here because I was like, "Get back in the damn room! What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah. Like, now's the time to be masculine. Get your ass back in the room and sit down.
Yeah.
Just be awake.
By the way, if I had the power to like walk down a hallway and make light bulbs dim as I walk, I would do it all the fucking time.
Oh yeah.
I was about to say, I love this shot. It's such a cool shot. But it reminded me of a Michael Jackson thriller era.
Yeah, with the filtered light going on behind.
Yeah.
And, with the lights going as like Constantine kind of shit, with the demons are showing up and the light bulbs go out. And
Yep. Poor Elvis is this is when he gets that dose. Again, this is when he finally believes and you can see he's obviously startled. And he's a bit shook. As one would say.
To be fair, I can agree. I would be the same way.
I mean, that would cause me to reevaluate some life choices if I was staring at this in my doorway.
It's like, hey, remember how I wasted life? And if I didn't, might not be here staring Bubba Ho-Tep in the face and going on a little LSD trip. Much like the LSD trip has caused Leon to disappear into the ether of Bubba Ho-Tep.
The dog got him.
Yeah, the dog got him. Dog probably knocked his wire out.
Small soul.
Swallow the soul. Yeah. I mean, Cindy, do you think this was any looked creepy?
Oh yeah. It made me think of Tales from the Crypt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought the makeup design for here was like beautifully done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, obviously it being dark, adds to the creepiness, where it's not done in broad daylight on a beach or something like that. Where you can
No,
see
who would do
claws.
that? Who would do that with a classic,
Classic
horror
creature?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. Stop it. Who would do such a thing? I'm just gonna
Well, good night.
Quick.
shove that anger back down and repress it real quick. Okay,
Quick, let's
we're
play
good.
some Pearl Jam. Maybe that'll fix it. Oh, no.
Or some Godsmack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like to smack them to God right now. But yeah, this is like the confrontation with mortality, where I mean, obviously he's spooked, but he stands his ground, and then again he just goes through this huge trip here rather than retreating. And again, because he can't really move fast, it's like I don't know how much he would have been able to backtrack, but this is all for a meaning off of. Oh, sorry, there's that.
That was all right.
I was like, well, I'll just leave it in there real quick, but but you see what Bubba Ho-Tep has sort of gone through. Hey, he's back.
Welcome back.
Man,
Sorry about that. As I came back from taking the dog out, and like my whole fucking system was screwy.
We kind of figured that Bubba Ho-Tep might have gotten you through some weird magic LSD sort of trip thing, but
oh no, ain't no mummy can handle me. I'll be their mummy.
Oh my goodness. Are you my mummy?
Are you my mummy? Hail, Sith Lord Poet Jerry. Hope you're doing well.
What's up?
Good to see you here. Birdemic Masculine Mondays when? I don't know.
No, we already did Alien Earth. That's bad enough.
Yeah, that's true. Howard just woke up in time. Yeah, some slight old Egyptian clothing or lack thereof. This movie is so odd watching one frame at a time.
That's why you should watch the movie, Rossi.
The movie is also odd when watching it not one frame at a time, but it's a very good kind of.
But there's like sound and everything. It's all very exciting.
It's definitely enjoyable.
Yeah.
Don't put a baby in the corner. We got 25. Yeah, Ross, we gotta watch the movie. I think you'd enjoy it. We get a little again, the whole trip is pretty fascinating. I have to say, because it starts to
you get
things
pieces.
with a click. Yeah,
Yep.
you're starting to piece the puzzle together a little bit more. Because
remember Kemosabe has already said some things in the dining hall.
Yeah.
About he's under the bridge.
Yeah, he's already said that as well.
I didn't even put that together. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Everybody ignores Kemosabe because they think, oh, he's off the deep end and all that stuff or whatever.
He's actually crazy. Yeah.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of the man,
here comes the Chad of all Chads.
Yes.
Yep. Screaming asshole,
fighting like a goddamn legend.
Exactly.
I was
soul.
I was sad he passed, but during the movie I was like, no, he's gonna get you too. And then he takes himself out. So it was just like,
Yep.
well, at least you got your soul.
So the
That's
interesting the thing about the kind of so you have to be of a certain vintage to appreciate this, especially so Clayton Moore was the guy who played the Lone Ranger in the TV series, right? And then when they were going to make the Lone Ranger movie back in like 80 or 81, something like that, the guy who actually owned the rights, so Clayton Moore went around and would like do guest appearances and all that, and he always wore the mask because you don't take the mask off the Lone Ranger, right? And they ended up suing him because he was using the mask. And like all of America was like, I'm sorry, you're suing the Lone Ranger? Get the fuck out of here, right? And there was a huge outcry. And so the Clayton Moore started wearing like wraparound shades, right? Like, the stuff you saw in the 90s, but he was wearing it in like 78 or 79.
Oh, wow.
And while he was fighting this thing, but also, telling what was going on in this lawsuit. The movie itself tanked because everybody was so pissed about it. Them picking a fight with the actual Lone Ranger. And the guy ended up dropping the suit and then died like a month later. And so Clayton Moore got to wear the mask properly. Clayton Moore
Good.
died in '99 of a massive heart attack.
Oh no.
Damn.
And
Still
so
wearing the mask?
this is still an homage to Clayton Moore, right? Because you've got 3 mythic American characters in this movie: the Lone Ranger, Elvis, and JFK.
Oh wow. I never even thought about that. Holy crap. That's amazing.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Well, that answers my question of whether or not it was the guy that played the Lone Ranger here playing.
No, he
Lone
was
Ranger.
dead. No.
Yeah, he was dead.
That's
Not by
sad.
much though. This movie came out in 2002, so he missed it by that much.
Yeah, he died in like December of '99.
Oh wow.
Oh, he knew that
Damn.
Y2K was coming and he checked the fuck
I'm
out.
out.
Yeah,
I'm out. Peace.
Yep. He's like, fuck that shit.
Hell yeah. I also just say for
Actually, I think he died on my wife's birthday.
ooh, creepy.
Oh my goodness.
My God, did she kill the Lone Ranger? Holy shit.
I was just about to say, does she know that?
That's one hell of a birthday present if you fucking hate cowboys.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, everybody loved the Lone Ranger. Stop that. I mean, so there's a great story. Letterman, for as much of a pinhead as he is nowadays, like starting in the late 80s or early 90s, he used to bring on Jay Thomas every year around Christmas to tell the story that of an encounter he had with Clayton Moore. So Jay Thomas was working at a car dealership at the time, and Clayton Moore had gone in and he was getting his car fixed, and Thomas offered to give him a ride home. And Clayton Moore, being Clayton Moore, was dressed as the Lone Ranger, because that's what you fucking do when you're Clayton goddamn Moore, right? And so they were coming out, and this car hit the front of Thomas's car and did some headlight damage, and then tried to drive off. And so Thomas follows him and catches him in a parking lot and gets out, and he's like, dude, you hit the car. We need to do something. And the guy says, yeah, nobody's going to believe you. At which point Clayton Moore got out of the back and said, they'll believe me, citizen.
Oh my gosh.
This is the fucking Lone Ranger.
That's awesome.
That is one hell of a story. The fact he also called him citizen.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's like, fuck it, I'm the Lone Ranger, bitch. What's up? And yeah, every year, I think it was, certainly until, I think it may have been until Leno ended, or until Letterman ended his run, that he would have Jay Thomas come in and do that story.
Damn.
That's awesome.
That is one hell of a story.
But can you imagine, Your Honor, I call to the stand the Lone fucking Ranger. Dude, you win. You're fine. All right.
Yeah, I believe it. You're fine. Yep. 100%.
The judge was not at all biased.
Yeah, none of that fake shit here. I have to say, I appreciate this with Ross, what Rossi said earlier. He just found out about this movie because of the show, so it's good stuff.
So long as we can spread the word of our Lord and Savior Bruce Campbell.
Yep, absolutely. This is the first Bruce Campbell movie we've done so far in here, I think.
I think so.
At least the first one where he was the star.
Yeah, he's in True Lies, I believe.
Yeah.
He's like an extra or something in it.
Yeah. Certainly won't be the last, though.
Yeah.
Like I said, he was in the 2 best movies to come out of 2002. This and Spider-Man.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, that's not the one. Trust me, there's an earlier one that sucks more.
Get a member for 1 month from the Sith Lord poet. From the dark side he appears, the king of poets for many years. All feelings you find, born from a unique mind. Let all know it. Behold, the Sith Lord poet. Dude, thank you so much, Jerry. Appreciate you, my dude.
Yeah.
Lone Ranger was
Hillary.
Yeah. Dips Tonto was just Jack and Feathers, pretty much, man.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw that movie. I didn't care to.
God, I think I watched part of it and I was like, this is just, I made that same connection where it's just literally just Captain Jack Sparrow playing Lone Ranger, Ponto and Feathers, and the Lone Ranger movie title, I should say.
Yeah.
The moon is like a flashlight in the sky. Really? I'll have to check after this, dude. Raid. Hell yeah, Julius. What's going on, dude? And speaking of,
what's up, Gooch?
What's up, Gucci, dude? How you doing, man? I'm sure Gooch has seen this movie. Yeah, he has to have.
I mean, he's a man. So. He's a grown-ass man.
Exactly. Yeah, of course he has. I couldn't hear. Oh, sorry, Cindy. Ron E, what's up, dude? How you doing? Grave Walker's good to see you, man. Thanks so much, Julius. Hope you guys had a good stream. Hope you guys are having a great night. So,
and if you've seen this movie, give us a ping. We'll bring you on. You can talk about the greatness of
say Gooch. If you've seen it,
I guarantee you, Katie has not seen this. Andy maybe, but I guarantee you, Katie has not seen this.
Okay, Gooch and Andy, if you've seen it, and you want to jump on, then
give us a ping.
Yeah, I'll toss you a link. But because we had a membership, I should say, I have to.
Oh, Gooch! Oh my God,
that is painful, bro.
God.
You know what? What though?
Shame me, Gooch. You shame me.
I mean, to be fair, Vex hasn't seen this either.
Yeah, so... Vex, I expected. Come on.
Yeah. Vex doesn't count. She's a woman. Gooch is a man.
The funny thing is, if Nadia says she has seen it, then this might be like this one-off. Like, what a world we live in where
she's Bruce Campbell and a legend horror movie.
Yeah. Draconis, what's up, dude? How do you know so much about Katie?
I have my ways.
Yeah. Tentacles told us that's how that actually happened.
Normally, people don't admit they had anything to do with tentacles.
But Lord Tentacles.
Lord Tentacles is the only exception. Yeah, because also he asked us if Katie was looking for a friend to replace her other eye, and we're like, maybe, you never know.
You could do nothing but bring more wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Red Costa unfollowing Gooch because of the shame. My God.
Taste.
My only criticism is that the makeup effects in the mummy are not the best.
I actually have to disagree on this one because this is, clearly a fairly low budget film. So I think with what they had, they did an excellent job. Like, it feels like an old, like 70s kind of movie, even though this was shot in the early 2000s. So I don't know. I would have to push back on that one. I really liked the mummy's design. Like, I thought it was clever. I thought it was snarky. Like, I don't know. That's just me.
Tentacles isn't the Predator Badlands. No.
Okay. Well, that doesn't. I mean, the prediction was that there may be a Yatra that shows up at the end of Alien Earth, but if instead it's Tentacles in the Predator movie, that's not a surprise. It was going to be one way or the other.
And again, maybe Tentacles can actually save us from Predator Badlands.
Yeah, he needs to kill all the stupid people, just like he was trying to do in Alien Earth, but the writers subverted him.
Yep.
Wait, so if Katie got a Tentacles eyeball and she's got Tentacles as part of her, does that make her a human mecha?
No, Tentacles is all biological.
So he takes over?
Yeah. He just takes over her brain.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So she becomes the puppet of Tentacles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I disagree as well. I mean, the mummy, the makeup on that, it looks better than fucking Alien Earth, and they spent $250+ million on that turd. This was made for less than $1 million. Also, they have the good sense to not have it in full light all the time. This is the kind of thing that you do when you actually know what the fuck you're doing when you're making a movie. But I also think that the idea behind him is, look, he's a wretched mummy who's been out in the water, and there's some degradation of him or whatever. And like when he goes to when he goes to like remove the soul, you could tell that that's like an animatronic because of the way the jaw distends so much, and it doesn't look rubbery or plastic when they do that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he's dressed well for East Texas.
Hey, it fits in, especially at night. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, I'll go back a couple frames just to kind of look at it one more time, but I mean, this is a good example of, again, the budget they had to work with. I mean, who knows how much they actually spent on dressing him up as a mummy right here.
Yeah,
Even
when you Google it, it just says the budget was between $500,000 and $1 million. The fact that we can comfortably say this movie was less than $1 million for everything is incredible.
it's wild. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and again, it shows that like Ozzy and Bruce were just like, oh, we're in. Let's go.
Focus.
You know, this looks great. And be in it. But also that
Did
Don
he
Coscarelli is he's very smart about how to make low budget movies. That's where he started. You know, he went to
Did the same thing with
UCLA.
Phantasm back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so he went to UCLA, and he'd already done some you know, home movie type stuff you know, when he was in high school. But he went to UCLA with the idea that he was going to go to film school, and they informed him that you can't start the film school stuff until you've been there 3 years. And he said, fuck that, I'm gonna go make a movie now, and did. And it got a lot of acclaim. And that's, oh, by the way, the first time that he worked with Angus Scrim, who became the tall man in the Phantasm movies.
Which that's just the name of somebody that's born to play a horror icon. Angus Scrim.
That wasn't his actual name. It's what he changed it to. He has like, yeah, it's a much different name. It's like something Guy is his last name. And he's from Kansas.
That one guy.
Friend guy. Buddy guy.
Some young guy.
I'm not your buddy guy. I'm not your guy, pal.
Not the guy, pal.
I'm not your pal friend.
But these guys are pals and
these,
friends.
yeah, to
My
say,
God, they've
the
got
bestest
one
of
last
friends.
hurrah.
Yeah, I think this is when was this when he actually says I know you're Elvis?
This is what he knows. Yeah, this is
yeah.
it.
Yeah. I mean, this is a great scene, a great set of an ongoing scene, I guess I should say, because again, Jack comes prepared with a nice manila folder with you know, information that he uses to drive the purpose home for Elvis here. You know, again, they realize the threat is real, but even the inner monologue of Elvis deciding to protect the nursing home and its residents, he's like, well, this is my home, and I've got to do whatever I can to protect it.
Well,
right?
Yeah, it ain't much of a home,
right? It's not much,
but it's all I got.
Something. Yep. He
And
doesn't have
so
his
then
daughter.
He calls
right?
up Jack and uses his best line.
Yeah.
Well, leading up to this, Jack's like, my plan is to go to bed now, set my alarm for just before sundown, get me a couple cups of coffee. I'm going to fight this motherfucker myself if need be. Like, Jack gives Elvis that last push he needs to reclaim that masculinity. Is like, I'm fighting this thing. You can do it with me.
Yep.
This is your opportunity to and again, because of the movies, you know, the crap movies that he saw or whatever, and he's like, this is my opportunity to actually be a hero instead of just playing one in a shitty movie.
Yeah. And then the pieces again start to
It's like a
come
bus.
together
I saw
even
that.
more, right? Like the tornado strikes Texas, right? With the bus under the bridge. So again, like
He saw the bus.
Yep, saw
Kimosabe
the
told him
bus.
it was under the bridge. He
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all clicking for the king now.
It's all coming together.
Uh-huh. Sure is. But I think Jack, as you mentioned, Leon, he understands the responsibility that need to be had, the duty, because he just doesn't give a damn. He's like, all right, well, my life's been I tried to, or I should say, I've had multiple attempts on my life. I'm sick of it. I'm gonna try and put these assassinations down for the count here. So Either you're gonna help me out here, Elvis, or not. But again, he convinces him, right?
I'm
it
taking
takes a
control
second.
of my life. I am becoming proactive. I'm not merely, reactive and passive. Things do not act upon me. I act upon them.
Yep.
I like how he's dressed up for it, and he actually did the right thing by addressing like half as Elvis, and it really cements like everything in. I know that happened earlier in the film, but I just really liked it.
Yeah, and it's him calling him
Yeah.
out, right? That look, I know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no hiding behind the I'm Sebastian Happ. I'm the I'm this, I'm that. Again, Happ. He's halfway between being who he is and who he wants to be or whatever. And it's like it's time to make a choice.
Half is half, and
It's
two
the
halves
same
are a
scene where
whole.
he's all like, "I need to know, did you have anything to do with those on the grassy knoll? Like, I heard you hated me."
Yeah. He goes, but I knew you wouldn't because you saved me. That was before he takes him to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it was adorable.
Yeah. There's that strength and like the brotherhood, the male bonding that they have, right? I mean, and this is proving manhood through their actions, not just so much the words. I mean, just like to get the symbolism of him like balling up his fist, like I'm choosing to fight here.
Yep.
Like I'm choosing this duty over comfort. And he picks up that phone. He's like, I've got my resolve here. We're both capable of taking this thing head on and protecting our home.
That's not what you can do for your rest home.
What rest?
That's not what your rest home can do for you.
That's what you can do. Hey, you're using my best line. Well, I got another TCB.
That's one of my own.
So good.
TCB.
But yeah, they're huh?
He says, "Paraphrase one of my own. Let's get it done."
Yeah,
or something like that. Like, I think
TCB. Take care of business.
Take care of business. Take care of business.
Yep. Yeah. I this is his final chance to live by the values Elvis
to be
once
the
sang
thing
about.
he always thought he was or tried to portray.
Yeah,
but never truly was.
Yep. Yeah, I think this is the men who were powerless, especially Elvis, is now, or they're becoming the protector.
Well, what's up, brother?
Yeah, what's up, dude? How you doing, man?
Well, it's all right for a millennial.
He's a good dude.
Or Gen Z, I mean.
Man, need to see more movies. That's all.
Brawler, I don't know if you've seen Bubba Ho-Tep or not, but
you
highly recommended. Highly recommended. Lawrence, Rory, Guy, Angus, original nickname.
Yep. Angus Scrim.
Pastor Lena once went to Ohio to a triple treat entertainment traveling carnival. True story. You just changed Bobby. You just changed like your avatar to the moonlight that's currently in Florida right now. That's amazing, dude. Who is calling me cutie?
It was me.
That was me.
Oh,
don't be gay.
I couldn't tell which one of us it was.
Yeah, you guys have such a similar voice. It's
they're remarkably similar.
Astounding.
Yeah. Jay's like my twin.
It's true.
He's very pretty.
I hear it.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Yeah.
There's so many other good reasons.
Surely it's the bosoms.
No, it's probably the titties.
The titties. I love this little we call it their amalgamation of getting all their makeshift weapons. Like
that's the plan, baby.
Yeah, it's the plan. I stole this. Got a lighter here. Which again, you got to have an outfit, right? He's doing a little bit of the
That's the thing that I love about this movie is that they use the 70s era Elvis as opposed to his famous. You can argue which one's more famous or whatnot, like his classic 50s look or 70s look. But I mean, I feel like so often when they go the 70s like glitz and glam Elvis, that they're doing it, as like a cheap sort of hacky, gimmicky way. But no, in this, it's like, no, this was Elvis's final, best moments as Elvis before he became Sebastian Haft. So
Yeah.
it seems there's some respect put on late age Elvis for this, like on the filmmaker side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the fat Vegas Elvis is the meme.
Yeah, it is.
But that's the era that he does a swap with Hap, and then that's the kind of the Elvis that he's playing when he injures himself.
I mean, my man looks good in here. Come on
Oh
now.
man, when they come around the fucking corner and the soundtrack is going, all that shit, and you're like, oh shit, this is a Western now. We getting it. We getting it now.
JFK is so black we can't even make out his facial features right now.
It's a comedic horror Western.
Yes.
That's what this movie turns into. Yeah, what a great scene here. And obviously Jack's getting ready to sabotage or
we're gonna mess with the security system.
The security system here. Yep. Let's get those wires up. But yeah, it's the lead up to the big fight here that we see, which I'll get to here. I'm twins with the ugly duckling. We're identical.
Well, birds of a feather and all.
Birds of a feather.
I didn't realize William was black.
Never specified.
Well, the ugly duckling was black.
That's true. Here we go. Clicked the wrong button here, but it's okay.
No, I think this is the look. We know what we're going after, and that we very well may die. But there's a lot of people that we have to protect, and it's best to go out fighting.
Yeah, I agree. I see what he was saying. Okay. God, I hated shooting ladders as a kid. Yeah. I wish it was black. It would certainly come with some reparations.
And inches.
Why did y'all choose to talk about this?
Because it is unironically an incredible film.
Yeah. Also, there's some very deep themes about masculinity, especially as you get older.
Yeah. We touched upon it earlier on, Brawler, but I mean, we could definitely do a little bit of a
we're gonna get to some shit.
Yeah,
we're gonna get to some shit.
This is probably where a lot of that weight comes in. So I feel like a lot of the deeper discussion is about to
I mean, you have it early on because you introduced so much. With the idea of the mythic figure who's aged long past their prime, and or now have just been put away, to die, get out of everyone's hair, but they still have a chance to be who they were or who they wish they were. Right, because there's a great
not the
line
men the nursing home deserve, but the men the nursing home need.
That everybody in the nursing home needs.
To show how much I liked it, I found my copy and it is in 2160p. Bubba Ho-Tep. Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I watched it in 1080p.
By the way, for those of you who don't watch to the end of the credits, there's a bonus. There's a post-credit Elvis.
I waited, but I think the copy that I saw did not have that bonus Elvis.
Where it tells him to be kind, rewind. Oh, I guess you don't have to do that. This is a DVD.
No.
I don't know if mine did or not.
Yeah, that's actually what it does.
I let mine play through the credits, but it just ended.
Yeah,
really?
Somebody cut that out.
See, I might be able to bring it up if mine actually has it. I'll find out here in just a second, but I'll look it up later. Actually, okay. So the final battle in the aftermath, right? So this is where obviously the climactic showdown is upon us, or upon them, I should say.
We haven't had that. Did you do the? Have we skipped past the conversations that they have? where Elvis shows what's in the medicine bag and then asks
Oh,
JFK about Marilyn.
I think that was right before.
It's when they first
is
come
it?
out of the door and he's starting to he shows like his stuff. He's slung it over and all that. And
Yeah, because Jack asks, "What's that?" and he says, "It's my medicine bag."
yeah,
Yeah, I think that's before this part. Then.
yeah. So the
Native
so
Americans ride them into battle.
Yeah.
yeah, well, yeah. The Native Americans used to use this, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's got Kemosabe's mask, it's got Bull's purple heart, and it's got a picture of Lisa Maria's daughter. And he shows JFK that, and he's like, "That's my daughter," and he was like, "I know." And JFK says, "We weren't always there for our kids the way we should have been, but we did the best we could."
That's right.
Right. And that kind of hits, because again,
It does.
in your later years, you can look back and go, yeah, I should have been here for more of this and more of that. But part of being a father is that you have to provide, and as a man, you have to have a view of community in the future that is larger than simply I'm going to dote on my kids and that's it, right? Because that, and doubly so with people who were already larger than life, had become legends before they ever had kids. And so trying to balance those two, of the demands of the expectations that are put upon you for who you are, combined with fatherhood, it's a hard balance to have, right? Who do you let down? Well, generally we try to do both.
The movie also touches on that as being a husband as well, because I mean he mentions Priscilla Presley in this multiple times. He's like
several times. Yeah. Yeah. So again, it's the what have you done for the family? Right. Yeah, because JFK, same thing. Jack's wife, was left widow, by everything that she knows, and ends up marrying someone else and, raising the kids and doing that. So both of them have had, they've done, I think part of that is Jack going, you know what? The past is the past. You can't change it. And you can't wallow in it. The only thing you can do is, what can I do today? Yeah. How can I affect the world moving forward? Right. Because, there is only the now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's the only place that you can act is in the now. Right. The past are things that you've already done. You can't change them in any way. And the future, well, that'll be defined by the actions you do in the now. You try to think about the future, but you don't have any control over it. The only thing you have control over is right now. And that's kind of the conversation that they have. And they realize, we had faults. That doesn't impact whether we should do the right thing right now.
Yeah, and that's something that I touched upon in the video I made as a precursor, right? I mean, what does it mean to be a father, and obviously, doing the best that you can, and obviously, I think it's easy to regret what you weren't able to do, but even if you weren't able to do things in the past, it's like it does matter what you're able to do now in the moment and moving forward, and what you can contribute to the world or society, or even a nursing home at this point for them. Like what can they do in the now? What can they do here to
you can still help others?
Yep.
Even in the small scale, right? Both of these were national or international, celebrities who became myths, mythic figures. But even doing something for as small as this one nursing home with a lot of people that are very near death or whatever, and is like, but we can still be a positive impact on the world, even if it's at this small scale. All right, well then you do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's exactly what they do, right? So,
but we do have the moment where Jack gets to, where Elvis asks him about Marilyn.
Yeah,
which was adorable. It was adorable because he lit up too.
Yeah. It was a really good moment.
Between you and me, wow.
And that's like a nice piece of information to just say, knowing that if they don't survive this, at least you kind of he kind of said a little something about it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know,
They would have been like super good long-term friends.
I believe so.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, at least till the end of their days. And, you know, I feel like with the amount of vigor, like had they both lived through this conflict here, they probably would have ran the place at that point. Like like how we saved everyone here. Like, you know,
I don't think anybody that wouldn't have known that, it wouldn't have mattered. They would have become men again and wouldn't have put up with any of the bullshit from nurses or management or anything like that. They'd be like, hold your ass. I don't know.
Yeah. Hooter Break Hotel. What's up?
Makes me think of Bucket List.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got some Oliver Stone movies about me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, Cindy, there's another movie that you should definitely watch that's similar in theme. Secondhand Lions.
I love that movie.
Exactly, right. That is there are a lot of parallels between this, you know, it's old men, you know, in the twilight, but still being grown-ass men doing what they can.
Oh,
Later,
yeah.
Salty. Have a good night, man.
It's a beautiful, beautiful movie. I
love
that.
Secondhand Lions.
Yeah, definitely going to cover that probably some point next year because it is just awesome.
Yes.
A lot of great scenes in that. Really good messaging as well.
Robert Duvall is Hub. Fucking awesome.
Yeah. Say Robert Duvall's a fucking man in that movie.
I want to watch it again.
Yeah. I think I caught part of it. I was at my parents' house like a couple months ago, whatever, and I messaged Goodman about it. I was like, dude, sandwich scene alone.
Hell yes. Yeah, in the diner.
So
Let's
top
go.
tier in the diner, dude.
Yes.
Yeah. And again, then the follow-up, right? Now I kicked all your asses. Now we're going to have the talk.
Yeah.
You need to put that in the lineup at some point.
Oh, I will. 100%. It's definitely going to make the list. Absolutely. That's the thing. I think there's so many good movies out there that definitely fit the bill, like without a doubt. Obviously, some like obviously you can make an argument about. I'll say some can be forced per se, but I think some are worth trying to find some sort of masculinity in. Might be lower again, but
yeah, little smaller aspects where you can go, okay, this is achieving whatever. But Hub. But man, if you put Hub in the bracket, he's sweeping that shit.
Yeah, he's going the distance, and
yeah,
until he, you know, again, like who knows who else he would go up against, but same, like yeah, it'd be really interesting at that point. So, but hold on, it's Rossi, my friend. It's so funny you should mention that because I already do have that on the list for November, as a matter of fact.
Indeed.
You know, I figure if, you know, hunting is a bit of a theme in that movie, you know, and sometimes you got to do some hunting for some food to be thankful for, to provide for your families. So, you know, it's trying to be somewhat thematic for Thanksgiving, but it's just... Might as well. I mean, for shits and giggles, yeah, we're also doing Gangs of New York because Bill the Butcher. Why not, right? You know, got to butcher some meat for Thanksgiving.
The Scorsese movie, Saved by Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yep.
Oh, Matt. Oh, it's too bad for you. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if Matt would want to join that movie. Just kidding. He's not.
No,
he's not allowed.
No. Oh, those cringe takes.
Nothing to contribute at that point.
A cautionary tale about masculinity or the lack thereof.
He's just faking it the entire time. It's all right.
Yeah.
I agree. Good. Waylon. It's great because of Danny Day-Lewis, not because of Leonardo DiCaprio
or Scorsese.
Or Scorsese. Yeah. You know, I mean, if Liam Neeson survived longer, I mean,
yeah, so if we just didn't have, you know, man who likes to date underage girls, that would be a better movie.
Yep. Yeah, if you're into that sort of thing, but yeah, poor Jack's catching a snooze, much like someone we know.
Yeah, Jack consulting the snorkel to see what the best idea is.
But see, I don't think this is a bad
Yeah, no, I think the
makeup
effects
here.
on this great. I don't know what he was talking about.
I really enjoyed it. It really did make me think of Tales from the Crypt, which is a good thing because I mean that was legitimately spooky when I was younger.
Again, it is hard to tell, but I think from what you can from like the light glare, like I like how the eye socket is
Sunk.
sunken.
Yeah.
And then like the face is obviously very like almost
that rictus where the skin is pulled back and
Yeah.
it's very leathery like a
I
mummy
was gonna say
would be.
leathery. Even the teeth obviously looked like just old and rotten.
Yeah.
a
Well,
bit.
again, the lips are pulled back, right?
Yeah.
'Cause that's what happens.
Yep. Yeah, got that upper lip problem.
Yeah. By the way, the guy who plays Bubba Ho-Tep is a very accomplished stuntman.
Yeah, because I mean that fire was massive at one point. So I mean, kudos to him for that.
Yeah.
Yep. Elvis is still
Also a
spooked
Don
by it.
Coscarelli regular. That's stuntman.
Elvis gets ambushed, and again, like there's the face that Elvis has by Bruce. Like it does a good job of like showing the fear that he's a little spooked by the fact that he has to face this thing still.
Well, he's doubting himself, right?
Yeah,
when
doubt
he's
creeps
away
in.
from Jack, then the doubt comes in, and so does he sees him. He drops his cigar, and
I like this shot too here. Just to kind of talk about a brief again
where he disappears between the trees, and
you kind of see him here, just like between Elvis being knocked on the ground. Like there's one, there's only like two light bulbs here in the background, but how one of them's blocked out from the tree just emits enough light. Onto
you see his silhouette and a little bit of it. You know who it is, but again, you don't reveal too much. Alien Earth.
Yep, kind of nice to have that ambiguity here.
Yeah, somebody who actually knows what the hell they're doing.
A little bit more of a look here, but still, again, it's decent. It's good. It's a good job for what they have for a $500,000 budget.
Stuff on you.
Yeah, my kung fu.
Yep.
Building that confidence a little bit more. Now, a man of determination. If this face did not convince you of a man,
JFK is having flashbacks to when he was, driving a PT boat, getting ready to take on the Germans. Let's go.
Yep. Coming full speed ahead. But
he gets pimp slap.
Bubba Ho-Tep ain't no fool, ain't no bitch. The wheelchair goes on without him, which again is hilarious. But I liked this shot too, because you can see like the decay on his head here. Again, like the sunken eye sockets are just
you see the skin flaking off.
Yeah, the wrinkly hair, right? And definitely, again, I think if there's ever a moment or a scene that exemplifies Tales from the Crypt, Cindy, as you said, this is it right here.
Yeah.
Almost kind of, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, almost kind of reminds me of Gollum in Return of the King when he's talking about the flashback of like after he finds the ring and after he's like he gets kicked out of his town, and he right before he crawls into the Misty Mountain cave, like you can kind of see how his as he looks as like the river folk, and he's starting to turn more and look more like Gollum. Kind of looks familiar.
I could see where you're coming from and why
I have
you're
to pull up a shot, of it, but kind of like that, like the bigger sort of reveal of his head, and how Gollum's eyes start to, or I should say, Smeagol's eye sockets start to sink in a bit more, right? That caved in look. It's a good design. Elvis's soul about to get sucked out here. Jack's soul about to get sucked out here. But Elvis coming to the rescue. I love the little
the
descriptions
subtitles.
here. The subtitles. Yeah. The unwitching red eye of Ra.
That's, by the way, also in the book.
Really?
Yep.
Wait, what? There was an actual book?
Yeah. So if you look at the writing credits, it's Don Coscarelli and John Lansdale. Lansdale wrote this Bubba Ho-Tep, the story, in '94, and it was in an anthology of stories about Elvis, if he had lived, or the idea of Elvis being alive afterwards.
Oh wow!
The movie is almost like a direct adaptation. I mean, everything, to include like the internal monologue and all that.
So Elvis seemingly faces and defeats Bubba Ho-Tep with some fire. Again, they hatched a plan to light him on fire.
Because fire cleanses evil.
Fire cleanses evil. Yep, as they
pretty standard in mythos.
Yep.
Unfortunately, not enough.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he gets back up, much like bad guys tend to do.
But we have one of the most impactful scenes of the movie.
Yeah. I mean, again, the sacrifice that your Jack has first made here, giving his life to
is soon to be gone.
Yep. Yeah, I mean,
Mr. President.
I love that scene, or that line, I should say.
I mean, this is so again, we are talking about a movie where a black man believes he's JFK, where we have Elvis in an East Texas nursing home, and an Egyptian mummy is sucking souls out of buttholes. And yet somehow, when Jack dies, you are absolutely torn apart. You're like, no, not Jack. I mean, this is, again, the combination of the great writing, the acting, and the sincerity that they put into the story, where they are absolutely committed to telling this story and not being edgy 90s theater kid who's going to do it all with cynicism and sarcasm.
Yeah. Eat the dog dick of Anubis, you asswipe, dude.
I mean, I've said that once or twice after being lit on fire as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The hieroglyphics.
I was about to say the hieroglyphics.
Mummy would have done so well on Twitter.
Yeah, I love the guy bending over and the hand, because asswipe.
Asswipe. Yeah. Eating dog dick. The dick and balls right here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought that was like, if I didn't have the subtitles at the bottom, I would have thought they were trying to say, I'm going to smack that ass.
Well, there is a hand there. Yeah.
Hilarious. Not to diminish Jack's death here with this funny scene or screenshot, but I think you sent that message in to me in chat, or it was in the group. I forget which one it was. Good one, but like, yeah, you feel something for Jack, for his death, for his sacrifice, because you understand the weight and what he's given, or what, again, like, as you just summarized what this movie is about as well, like what it has in it. I mean,
yeah, it's a man who's the time has passed him by, that everyone has forgotten, believes him dead, and there's not going to be any great glory in this. The people that they save won't even know that they were saved, and yet Jack goes out like a fucking Chad.
Yeah, he does.
And you feel it, because again, this is a man who stood up, and his last moments are trying to do the right thing, even for a group of people that everybody else has forgotten.
Yeah. Yeah, even Elvis here, he's like, all right, I had enough. Like, this
TCB, baby.
Yeah, TCB. This is enough of with the words of power, right?
Yeah,
that don't rhyme. Maybe if Jerry had written them, I think they probably would have been more effective.
Oh yeah. Sith Lord Poet would have.
Sith Lord Poet would have actually nailed that.
JFK, not quite the poet that we expected.
Right. Yeah. It's too busy with Maryland, but yeah, a bit of a funny fight scene here as they're riding on the freaking wheelchair that's flying down this hill.
Yeah, he jumps the bank. Here we go. We're rolling now.
We're rolling. And that don't look too good.
No, that's not where a rib should be.
Yep. Should stay on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
But he realizes like this might be, if this is the end, well, gonna go down with the bang. Gonna go down in flames, but not me per se. More so, Bubba Ho-Tep's mummy here is gonna go down in flames.
So this is the definition of it's, you know, it is better to burn out than fade away.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Especially when it comes to a soul-eating mummy.
Yeah.
I don't know how proud I would feel saying I suck your soul through your butthole.
Look, whatever you got to do to survive, I guess. You know, it's any major orifice. He was going to get jacks out of his mouth.
Yeah, Jerry, we said if you were writing the words of power here that Elvis was reading to,
they would have rhymed.
Yeah, to battle Bubba Ho-Tep, they would have rhymed, and they would have actually probably been useful at that point.
Yeah,
and stopped him, but and they didn't. Well, what?
Yes, we have mentioned several times that he sucks the souls out of people through their buttholes.
I don't know if Jada's still here, but yeah, I'll have to tell her to watch it, you know, to legitimately watch it.
Well, look, everybody should watch this because this movie, like, again, if I'm describing it, you'll be like, that is the silliest movie I've ever heard of. And then you watch it and you're like, holy shit, this thing fucks. This hits hard.
I would imagine Copa has probably seen it, but who knows?
Oh yeah, I'm sure Copa has.
Yeah. Flaming mummy. Nice little effect that it cool off. Take a chill pill. Somewhere in the river.
Steam.
Yeah, blow off some steam, Bubba. Yeah, it's sad though.
Elvis knows he's
for
dying.
The king. Yeah, like he knows.
But again, it's a good death. Saved the people of Shady 3. Here in Mud Flats or Mud Creek.
Mud Creek.
East Texas.
He's got a great death monologue.
Yeah,
he does.
Great. Like,
yeah, he really does.
Yeah, it's a man that dies knowing he's earned a good death.
Yep.
To Valhalla.
All is well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I do question that maybe the crisis of faith he has at the very end on his deathbed. Like, shit, do I still pray as I'm dying, or now I know Egyptian gods and stuff exist? Is that the one true religion? Like, what does it mean for getting into heaven? Like,
man, they all line up behind masculinity. Any religion allows masculine in.
Yeah, he already punched his ticket. He's like, nah, I defeated Bubba Ho-Tep.
No greater love hath a man. He'll lay down his life.
And he did. And so did Jack. Jack's waiting for him already. He's like, what took you so long?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's going to be hard to see Jack because, wait, you're white now? What the fuck? I mean,
yeah. Like, Elvis, it's me. I'm like,
ho, what's up? No.
Do I know you? It's me, Jack. I thought you were. Wouldn't you die in your black bodies?
But your blick
almost died.
He's the only one who knows the true answer on if he was faking it or not.
That's true, yeah.
That is true.
When he was died or not.
Soul fart. Yeah. Or soul huffing. But yeah, I would say here that Elvis doesn't he doesn't die as an old relic, a washed up relic, right? He's found his purpose. He's achieved it. He's come full circle and found his redemption. He's found his masculinity. He's achieved it.
He's greater than he ever was.
Yeah, I'd say he's by finding courage, facing death, and finding probably the best purpose maybe he's ever had. He can die peacefully.
Yeah, because he asked like early on, he was like, "Is there anything in life other than food, shitting, and sex?
Oh, yeah,
Right.
that's true. He did say that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, there's this Chad moment.
Yep. Rising up to this degree that none of those other things can ever amount to, you know. And I think for him to do it as well at this age when like his body is failing,
He'll be unknown. No one will know what he did.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter because his legacy is, and those people will save, and so will their souls.
Yep. Yeah, it's I would say like this is part of that true masculinity. He's dying with a purpose here, you know. Even though no one knows exactly what has happened. There's no video cam, right? Footage. No one they'll see two bodies and be like, the hell happened here? You know, kind of wild night these two hooligans get into. But meanwhile, Jack and Elvis are gonna be partying it up in the afterlife, being like,
they know what they did. That's enough.
See how he lit that some bitch up? That was awesome.
Yep. Yeah. I don't need the accolades. I don't need the recognition. I don't need, stories told about it. All I need to know is that I did the right thing.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. Bobby says weed and coffee. I love a good cup of coffee. That's for damn sure. And Wayland says, I do love a good shit, though. Sometimes there ain't nothing better. I mean,
a good shit is highly underrated, and bad sex is highly overrated.
That's doubly true. An Italian homeless alcoholic woke up on a street to find a kidnapper holding a woman prisoner. He leaps in and dies, saving her. You can never be too low to get the call.
That's right.
Yep. And I think that's like when you see, doesn't matter who you are, right? You could be at the lowest spot of your life, but you see someone in need and rising up to that occasion. I mean, number one, if you live to tell the tale, that could be a turning point for your life. But same thing, the fact of dying in the process,
good death.
It is good death. And that woman or that person that you saved, that child, whoever, will always remember you, and your story will live on because of that moment. Because
if they don't, if they never know you, if they never know that you were the one that did it or whatever, you died a good death. Your actions will live on, even if you get no credit. All right, masculinity and that kind of redemption is always available. There are always opportunities to step up and do the right thing.
Yep.
So do it.
Yep. Yeah. Masculinity doesn't warrant or call for fame and glory. That's not what it's about.
Nope. You do it because it's the right thing to do.
Yep.
And even
if
like
that fame and glory comes, then awesome. But even then, that's just another test of your masculinity, because then you need to avoid that, or you need to know how to navigate that.
Right, lest you become Elvis or JFK, and
exactly. It's a cautionary tale when you do achieve it.
Yep. And there's a there's a certain amount, like we covered on NIAT stream a few weeks ago, Blade Runner, and there's a great line from Tyrell when he's speaking to Roy, where you don't have time, the kettle burns twice as bright, burns half as long, and you burn so very bright, but revel in your time. Right, that's true no matter what your age, because you don't know how long you have. Right, you could have 2 days. Revel in those 2 days. Do something worthwhile. Do something you're proud of in those 2 days, or it could be 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't matter.
Yep. All that in mind, let's talk about our rating, our masculine rating on this movie. Leon, since you're a very big Bruce Campbell fan, why don't you kick us off?
Well, I think this is probably the most unique show that's been done so far. Like most episode of this show that's done so far, because while nearly every film has been, I mean, people can call it a cinematic masterpiece. They're all movies that people know, they remember fondly, whether it be movies I don't particularly care for, like Dead Poet Society or things like The Predator, or I mean, any of the list of movies we've done, this is the most low key. This is the one that has gone the most unsung, and like unless there's only a few different type of folk that like this movie, or not that like it, that know of this movie. Bruce Campbell fans, underrated like horror comedy type fans, which oftentimes those go hand in hand. Or people that like, hey, I just buy anything I see on the $5 bin at Walmart. Like those are the three type of folk that know this movie.
No, nobody discounting us Don Coscarelli fans. Come on now.
There you go. Don Coscarelli fans as well. You're right. Actually, yeah, that's another one out there. But at the end of the day, these are all relatively niche fan bases. So when you hear, oh, there's this Bruce Campbell film that was made for less than $1 million about him being Elvis in a nursing home fighting a mummy with Black JFK, like we were saying earlier, that sounds like a fever dream. But the amount of of questioning what makes a man, what makes your legacy, does your legacy make you? How do you deal with old age? I mean, this really is a brilliant film, and it's one that, I mean, I think it's pure masculinity through and through, because when you have these moments of what are we questioning, what are we doing this for, so much of it not only is it tied back to their legacy or coming to terms with their age or anything like that, always also goes back to the women in their lives that are never even on screen. This is my daughter. I know all the things I've done with Priscilla. Like, so yeah, I mean, I think that this is probably the easiest 8 out of 10 I've given on this show. And it's an 8 out of 10 that I 100% recommend everybody in chat and watching the replay, if you haven't seen it, watch, because this will be, from whether it be from a thinking perspective or just let's pop something fun and goofy on for Halloween, the fact that you can get a movie that works on both those levels and works to such a brilliant degree. Again, I cannot think of another movie besides Ghostbusters that does it to that extent. And I would argue that this film actually does do it better than Ghostbusters, because it plays it that much more seriously. Again, that's not to denigrate or downplay Ghostbusters. I think Ghostbusters is also a masterpiece film. But like, this is playing it just going that much over the edge, a hair over the edge in terms of how seriously we take this as a concept, goes a really long way in solidifying the masculine themes.
Yeah, well said. Well said. And thank you for that, Cindy, my dear.
Okay, so for me, it felt like this one was a really silly film, but with a really deep message, and I loved watching them grow as a person. I loved the characters in it. It was heartfelt. It was fun. It didn't take itself too seriously, despite having that deep message. And ultimately, it was men willing to sacrifice themselves, not only for themselves, but also for the sake of others. And, they were thinking further than, oh, this is the end for me, there's nothing I can do, and changing it to, hey, these people have no way of defending themselves. I may as well step up, and we have a real chance. And I loved that. It was just such a fun film. I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I ended up loving it. I have to give them an 8.5 or a 9, like something real high, because it was so well made.
Yeah, no, that's great to hear, honestly, and I could definitely get behind that rating as well. Curious to see what Goodwin has to say, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Well, first of all, I'm glad that Cine got introduced to this movie and
yes,
was able to pick up on all of the things that are going on.
This is my favorite movie so far.
I mean, when I first heard about it, it was kind of on the indie circuit and people were talking about, oh, this is Bruce Campbell movie. And again, it's the premise is so ludicrous. I was like, oh, this is going to be hilarious to watch. And like from the very intro, once you get Bruce Campbell in the room with Bull and then Bull's daughter or whatever, I was like, wait, what the fuck? How is this doing this absurd comedic horror movie and having such deep themes and balancing them so well, right? You know, I mean, it's the iron fist and a velvet glove kind of thing about the observations it's making about how we view the elderly, how manhood is you know, for those who think that their time has passed and they're no longer engaged in the world. They're just kind of, you know, floating along with it. You know, that they're no longer the actors doing things. They're not the acted upon. You know, and that no one sees value in them anymore, and they stop seeing value in themselves. You know, to such a degree, and that through this story, which again, and I'm telling you, there's a mummy that sucks souls through buttholes, and somehow that actually becomes a great study in how you can redeem yourself for the failings of your past, in the small scale. And the small scale as is, you know, that if you know, it's like the old Jewish proverb, if you save one man, you save a world entire, because of you know, what can follow on from that one person, and you know, how they can impact the world, even if that's the only thing you do of redemptive quality, is save this one person, right? And you know, that Jack, and well, I mean, first of all, Kemosabe, fucking Chad, you know, Lone Ranger ain't no punk. He's going out, you know, with guns blazing and boots on, and keeps his soul, right? But that Jack and Elvis, you know, were the small souls who managed to regain a measure of greatness by simply accepting the opportunity that's given them. And
You know, Goodwin, real quick, you made me think of something just now that I'd never considered, because we're talking about, you know, at the very end of the film, we were referring to how, like, even if no one knows what they've done, they did the right thing. That's masculine. No one else has to know. The movie isn't called The Untold Story of Elvis or JFK and Elvis Fight the Mummy. It's called Bubba Ho-Tep. Like, Elvis's name and by extension JFK aren't even in the title. The title almost forgets them. The title is the name of the antagonist.
Right. Yeah. Because the antagonist is actually the protagonist through, you know, the first like half of the movie. It's the one doing the action, and they are just passive until they're not, right? Until they assume the mantle and begin to act on their own. You know, that Elvis hasn't had a hard on, you know, in 2 elections. You know, but that one moment of, hey, I'm going to actually assert my manhood. I'm going to fight for my life in this one moment, that then restores a bit of life. And, you know, it becomes a snowball of the more that they take on the responsibility that a man should, the more they become men again in the fullest extent. Right. And that the others around them, you know, the younger staff and all that, you know, they just dismiss them as, you know, they're old crazy people. And as Elvis says, you know, when questioned after Kemosabe died, we're not going to tell them some story about a mummy that came. We lied, right? Because they're not going to believe us anyway. But we know that we're in it all on our own, right? And we're going to do the right thing. And that is really kind of the greatness of this movie. Is it that even in, you know, your last days, you still have the opportunity to impact the world if you simply choose to do so, right? And so this movie, for as silly as you know, when we explain it, when we go through, we tell you what happens in this movie, and everybody's like, "What the hell is this?" You know, is how high were you when you wrote this? You know, kind of thing. There's such a deeper meaning to it that is a call to action to anybody who's paying attention watching the movie. It is, I mean, I would put it like the top 5 most masculine movies that I've seen, because of the, you know, the idea that you can fail, that you can be less than, that you can have given up, but that doesn't exclude you from once again, picking up the mantle and being who you should be, even if it costs you your life. And for small stakes, again, these are small souls that they're saving, right? But they're still worth saving. And will sacrifice herself because of nothing else than those people who maybe in their last days of life can live it in peace and without the threat of having their legacies destroyed. That's all Chad all day, right? I mean, Kemosabe is he sets the fucking standard, and they're like, oh, all right, we're gonna step the fuck up, let's go.
It's amazing that this movie does in 90 minutes on $1 million budget with Bruce Campbell's Elvis Presley. It accomplishes what 3 attempted Disney movies tried to do with Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, just piss all over themselves. Yeah. I mean, first of all, we have Ozzy as Black JFK, and I'm like, hail to the chief, motherfucker, Mr. President, thank you. Right? I mean, you genuinely get choked up when Jack dies.
Yeah. I was hurt. It was sad.
You're like, what the fuck, man? And I messaged Nick, and I was like, how the fuck is this movie? That such an absurd thing, but the idea, that when Jack dies, man, that hits like a fucking truck.
It does,
right? And there really is,
great
like emotion.
Shot from several hundred yards.
Well, right? Yeah, maybe. It's not quite as surprising as that, and yeah. There's no real questions about who actually got it.
JFK reference, not Charlie Kirk reference. For when needs clarification.
Yeah, no. Yeah, now the good news is that part of JFK's brain is still alive in the White House under battery powers, so he still lives. But yeah, I mean, this movie is a recognition of changes in modern society and how we devalue old people, whereas in traditional societies they're esteemed because of the knowledge that they have, right? That they've accumulated all of this wisdom, and it's something you should avail yourself of. And instead, we're happy to just put them away in a home, and because we don't want to deal with death and taking care of those who took care of you when you were also helpless. But all the way to again, manhood and being able to reclaim it. No matter what condition you're in, there's always the opportunity to do so. I mean, this thing is, I struggle to give it a 10, but I'm so tempted to do so. I mean, I'm like maybe a 9.75 and very much leaning towards 10.
I can't believe that. Yeah, you're giving a higher score than I am. Like, cause I went 8 because I'm trying to temper my bias, being a massive Bruce Campbell fan and a type of fan of these sorts of movies. But I mean, like when you lay it out like that, it's like, yeah, I'm almost underselling myself when giving it an 8.
Well, and it includes the idea of family, right? And the obligations you have about with family. It has the the ideas of obligations that you have to your community. The recognition that simply leading the hedonistic life is a road to dissatisfaction at best, and complete irrelevance otherwise. And yet you can still overcome those things. Yeah, well.
Dang it, Mr. J, you're selling it to me that I should make it a 9.5.
I mean, look, everybody do you, but this again, the first time I saw this movie, I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I was just watching this on the surface level. I was like, this is a damned enjoyable movie. Mm-hmm. But there are so many themes that are operating, underneath it that comment on so many aspects of society, of masculinity, of the individual and the group, and the ability to redeem in the small scale is still redemption.
Yep.
Right. And so yeah, I mean this one is, I mean it's one of the most masculine movies that I can think of, and I think when I first suggested it to Nick, I was like, dude, this thing has big swinging balls of masculinity, and it's easily overlooked.
Honestly, I was kind of doubting that this would be a very masculine movie. I was proven so wrong.
right? It's a shocker, and not this type of shocker.
Well, yeah.
But
Well, and I think it's not the if you ask people, like, what the masculine movies, is as we've so often pointed out, we don't mean macho when we say masculine. Right? We mean the traditional masculine, right? The thing that actually has value and is actually important and has real consequences in the world. And this thing is fucking loaded with it.
8.73.
Well,
all right, Jamma.
Give it an 8675309. Like,
Oh my god.
I don't remember Jenny being in this at all.
that was the name of the black nurse.
Yeah. That's
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Short for Janiqua.
You got your number on the wall.
In
It's in the hieroglyphics, yeah.
Yeah.
Hieroglyphics. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's always weird for me to go last and give my rating, because I mean, I could share my screen right now and show you my notes in my Microsoft Word document I have here on my other screen, that I have 9 out of 10 for my masculine rating, and it's sort of like, and I love to hear what people have to say about it, because obviously, you could be things that I haven't necessarily like jotted down, but obviously just to kind of hear your reasoning, your exemplification as to what this actually means, to you, and what you draw from it, especially like, for, I think, Cine, as you said it too, like, this is such an underrated movie in general. But when you look at it from a masculinity perspective, again, which is why I love doing these streams of and just thinking about movies that you might not have looked at in a particular lens. But when you take a magnifying glass to it, you really see the depth that this movie has to offer. You really see these two characters, again, that I mean, I think all three of you have done an excellent job and putting it very eloquently to the meaning behind all of them. I have to say, Leon, I thought you were going to give it a 9, and not just because of the being a Bruce Campbell fan, because I know that you genuinely like are thrilled about this.
I love this movie. I think it's probably his second best movie.
Yeah. What's his Evil Dead?
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness is my favorite, but I don't think it's his best. I think his best is this Evil Dead 2, which ironically, Evil Dead 2 is actually my least favorite of the three, but I think that's probably his best because it's. Oh, this is an Evil Dead stream. I can get into it, but yeah, no, I think that's probably his best.
Yeah,
but
I think this is the best acting that Bruce Campbell is engaged in, because of
minus him being Reagan on Fargo. I would agree.
Yeah, even then, I mean, I think that the Grey Walkers. I mean, exactly that.
Dude, yeah.
Well, he's the bull. His roommate is disposable. He was a war vet and earned a Purple Heart and fought in World War II. And the fact is that happened a long time ago, and youth, these days forgets, because everything is what's the newest thing, what is novelty, what is greatness, not recognizing that the things that you think are new aren't. Look, it's new technology, motherfucker. Again, Bull would have gone from no airplanes to landing on the moon and been alive for all of that shit, right? And so would have saw society switch from essentially repeating the same shit that it had done for hundreds, if not thousands of years in agrarian society, to fully industrialized and being able, having computers and all of that stuff or whatever. If you don't think you have something to learn from those people, you've lost your fucking mind.
Yeah. Which is why I love covering war movies. I know obviously people don't like them to some capacity. But they're great to talk about for a multitude of reasons. I mean, I just to kind of maybe add to give my thoughts. I love the fact that this movie is all about redemption, in the fact that these are old washed out relics of people, but they have the opportunity to become heroes, and they aren't the type of heroes that people will know and talk about, but the fact that they know that they died a good death doing what was right. And we know that they're heroes. And this movie proves that masculinity can endure, the humiliation, the embarrassment, being emasculated, and that making mistakes and failing is okay, because you will have that opportunity. And to, as Goodwin put earlier, like when you're in the now, when you're living in the now, much like they talked about, the characters talked about, like, we could have been better, but we did the best we could. But what we can do now is be better, and to protect what matters the most. It's this place we call home. It's the other people that have no idea what's happening right now, and that's okay. But us bros, we know what's happening here. We know exactly what we need to do.
As Elvis says, it ain't much of a home, but it's all I got.
Yep. And it's about purpose being reclaimed. It's about them finding purpose again, finding meaning.
Without the plot striking back.
Yeah, exactly. This movie definitely strikes back, not out. It's about well, it's not really about having a boner again, but in that metaphorical sense,
it kind of is. Yeah, there's a good metaphor for this about having a boner again. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I was like, for metaphorically speaking, it absolutely is. I think there's always one more thing worth fighting for in life, and I think that's one of the best reasons to not give up, despite how dark of a place that you might be in, or how bad things might seem. And that's enough, to me, that's enough reason to keep moving forward, because you never know when you might truly be called upon, and when like you might have a defining moment that no one else might know, but it's good enough for you. Again, like the story that Gravewalker said about the Italian man who is a homeless alcoholic and dies saving a woman. That's it. That's all he needed. So it's not a long movie either.
No, it's fucking efficient as hell, and still delivering so many, pearls of wisdom along the way, and such a great character study. And
like, if this were a Niet stream, we were covering the film itself as opposed to the masculinity. Like, we could go on for ages about the acting and the music and the shot composition, and like this is one of those movies where it works. It would be an entirely different show doing on Niet's show than it is here, because of just the various different angles you can do this. And that's just the hallmark of a good movie versus a movie that's good with masculinity, for example. Like there's plenty of movies we've covered that aren't necessarily good movies, but they're great for masculinity, and this one hits the bill for both.
Or movies that are great but not really strong on the masculine front, right?
That
you
get
too. Both, right? And this is the it's like really good sci-fi where it leaves you with questions. It doesn't necessarily give you answers, but it leaves you with the questions about that you going, not only did it ask me some hard questions, but now I have additional questions because of the things it asked me, right? And this one was kind of I'm gonna show you this very surface level movie, but over the way, there's about 5 different levels of shit that are also going on there that you might want to pick up and draw some lessons from, right? And everybody kind of comes to different answers, with that, right? The idea of
we've been talking about the movie, just the masculine themes, for more than double the runtime of the movie.
Oh yeah, yes. and we could go for another 2 hours, right? Just on the masculine themes, the little things that happen, right? The idea of the in the now versus living in the past, which is what Elvis is doing to begin with, right? He is lost in the past and has stopped interacting with the now and what he can do, to save things. And then there's a call to action, and he answers it, right? There's a hero's journey in this short little fucking film, and it's not a young boy who has to discover the world. No, It's old man near end of life who's dying of cancer of the dick, for God's sakes, and is still has the call to action and answers it, and has redemption at the end.
Yeah. 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 I don't know why I just thought of it until the end of the stream here, just to think like, man, this movie did not have a long runtime, but as you said, it was very efficient. And I mean, like that's just something that,
It's a mark of great writing.
Yeah. Other movies need to take note of this, especially in this day and age, where again, the premise of this movie is just so far fetched. It's so out there, but yet you look at what it entails. You could look at and break out certain thematical points, and again, just masculinity is just one example, and the things that go into masculinity itself. And look how much we were able to talk about it, to review and to break it down. Again, like Leon said, we didn't even really get into things that we would cover like on the ad stream with music, cinematography, acting, the score, any of those sorts. I mean, we kind of hit it on a few of those things, but not to the degree that I think this film could deserve or would be deserving of. And again, I that's why I appreciate when Niad does movies like this and not Resident Evil. Maybe he'll do this movie at some point in time. I think
he still hasn't seen it. I've been bugging him for like 6 months. I'm like, motherfucker, come on, fix that shit.
At that point, I'll be curious to see what he thinks of it. I'll definitely want to jump on that stream.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm gonna go poke him.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I mean, whatever he's into, you go ahead. We didn't really talk about like the soundtrack or whatever, but holy shit, does it fucking kick ass, right? And the theme songs that they have for the different characters and when they play them really deliver a lot of the emotion as well. I mean, just from a film crafting standpoint, remember Don Coscarelli? So he's a young pup who decides, yeah, I'm not going to stay in UCLA and do 3 years of studies just to get in film school. Fuck that. I'm going to go make a movie. And like his third movie is Phantasm, which does really well. Then makes like 4 or 5 other Phantasm movies, but also did Beastmaster.
I liked Beastmaster.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, HBO stood for, hey, Beastmaster's on. Bubba Ho-Tep, and John dies at the end.
He did John. I didn't realize it was Coscarelli that did John.
That's Don Coscarelli.
That's another really good movie.
Yeah.
I don't know how well it would do in terms of masculinity. I'd have to rewatch it, but man, it's a good movie.
It's been a while.
Yeah, but I mean, so Coscarelli, he started out very low budget. Never really did huge, big budget movies, and was kind of I'm going to make a movie because I give a damn and because it takes some work to raise money for it. And so the only things that he does are things that he really gives a shit about. Some of the later Phantasms are like, okay, they're going to pay me to do it. That's fine. But most of them are low budget and done very smartly. I mean, he really is like the min-max of low budget stuff. And Bubba Ho-Tep is a excellent example of that. But I think that's also why he can attract people like Ozzy or Bruce to star in this movie.
Paul Giamatti's in John dies at the end. Like, damn.
Yeah. And again, it's because Don's doing it, and Don will come in and like pitch it passionately, and you're like, all right, fuck it, I gotta be in this shit. Let's go.
Speaking of let's go, fucking Leon just goes, here's 5 gifties, bro. Dude, you didn't have to do that.
Aw,
But I appreciate the fact that you
Like
did.
it's toward the end. It's towards the end of his life, and he still had an opportunity to make some good. So here you go.
Quick question: does John actually die at the end?
You'll have to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Do you want
I wouldn't want to spoil it.
I'd say that. Well, there is a little bit of a, like trick answer to that question as well.
I gotcha.
Trust me, it's just like this. It's not the movie you think it is. Like when you watch it, it is certainly not the sort of movie you would think it is by the end.
Well, then I'm definitely writing that down as soon as I find my pin.
Oh, who'd you hit? Oh, you hit Terrace. All right. There you go, dude.
Sketch is a
Sketch.
good dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you know
Sketch.
Sketch, because you've
Yeah,
done
Sketch.
the
From Nadia. Yeah. Oh, and the Psyotic. There we go. True. Lost for words. Hell yeah, dude. Leon, I gotta play some play some clips for you, dude. We'll play one from tonight, of course, because it's the only one I have. Not that Leon is an asshole, but he's a Chad. He's a Chad for doing that.
Well, he could also
Yeah,
be
he can be an asshole.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the only other clip you needed was the Marilyn Monroe one, and that was pretty much it.
God, yeah.
Well,
There's
or when they are in the hallway and you see JFK turn the corner and then here comes Elvis in his jumpsuit. That fucking bangs.
Yeah.
That is fair.
So yeah, I could play another one just because I know he loves the movie.
May I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation.
For like a quick second, I thought that was Homelander.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, Arnold's not that gay.
No, this is Foreignlander.
Foreignlander.
Yeah.
This is Austrianlander. I don't know.
Austrianlander.
Ostlander.
Give him a lot of weed, he'd be Highlander.
Yeah.
He's not sharing because there can be only one.
Wait, Vex is forcing you to watch a romance movie, so she will watch The Great Silence. Is this okay? I must have to catch up on some Discord conversations because that just sounds.
Well, have you seen
I
True
assume
Romance?
The Great Silence is whenever there aren't women talking.
It does have romance in the title, and by Nadia's rule, that means it's a romance movie.
Yes.
They are in love in the movie, so absolutely. It's the jawline. Yeah. Osterlander. Yeah. Auslander Raus. Yeah. What did Bobby say? Swatini is somewhere weird deporting people to Africa. Show of hands. Have you ever heard of that country? Nope.
Oswatini sounds like something that Bond would drink.
Yeah. but Sean Connery, I'll take an Oswatini, please. Shaken, not stirred.
Slapped, not stirred.
Slapped, not stirred. Like Barbara fucking Walters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
I need to get
Like
that
my
clip
alcoholic, I like my babies. Shaken, not stirred.
Oh man. Watch True Lies, call it a romance movie, technically.
Waylon, stop listening to Vex and her fucking movie takes. She has some shit takes.
Not as bad as Nadia, but she does have some takes.
Well, Nadia hasn't seen movies, so she can't have a take on it.
That's true. I'm kind of I'm not convinced that she's seen this because she didn't say or specify exactly what happens in the movie. So I'll quiz her.
Bruce
next time I see her.
was there. Okay.
I'm gonna ask her. The next time we see her, maybe I'll just kind of put her on the spot.
Why don't you give me a summary of the masculine moments of this movie?
What does Bull's daughter throw in the trash can? That's easy enough, right?
Yeah, Yeah. No, not trivia. I'm gonna. No. Actually, did you find any meaning in this, or did you just watch it on the surface level?
I mean, mummies.
To be fair, why don't we just be glad she watched it? Not necessarily she found meaning in it. Just be like, oh, she watched it. We'll work up to the meaning.
Hell no! For somebody that's trying to wage war against normies coming in, I'm gatekeeping the fuck out of this movie.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough.
Does the small victories apply here at this point, or
no?
It's not a small.
Don't watch the shit I like. Stop it.
So Nadia, when she said check my DMs, she said that so I guess she's doing a charity stream.
Oh.
She said if I hit a certain goal, she would be willing to go on a massive money stream if we're covering Velocipaster.
Let's go.
However, is the only thing that she asked Monday if she could plug with the charity stream is about it, which I absolutely. You've got to, that's what you want to plug.
Look, by any means necessary.
I will make.
We will convince you of the greatness of Velocipaster.
I will.
I'm curious what the charity is for, because if it's for like poor people or kids, like no, I fuck that. Poor people.
Yeah,
kids,
it's going to be for people who have never seen movies. The media illiterate.
So, what is the opposite of a cinephile?
I like the idea that for
Cinephobe.
every tier, like, all right, for the $20 tier, we'll give you a fucking VCR. For $40, you'll get a DVD player, so you can watch even newer movies. Like,
yeah, I need to ask which one it is. Not that I really care that much, but that's a trade I'd be willing to make, honestly. So,
Hope makes a good point. The opposite of a cinephile would be Helen Keller.
Yeah.
No, she probably reads like the Braille scripts. She's more media literate. Because again, Nadia was manufactured by Skynet. She's an infiltration unit.
That's true.
They just forgot to install the media upgrade.
Yeah, that was either they forgot to install it or was somehow corrupted.
It's really a brilliant model because apparently it can fit into any culture, whether they be white or black or Middle Eastern or like so. Yeah.
She's like, no, look, I'm white. But I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
Middle Eastern.
Yeah,
So-
they also didn't give her recognition of what color she actually is.
I am all the colors.
No.
She is none of the colors, hence white.
More like Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Poor
true.
Naughty.
She'll be on next week, actually.
She played herself.
It's next week, Predator.
No, next week is the Lost Boys.
Lost Boys, got it.
All she's going to do is fangirl and get the seat wet.
Which is going to be interesting to see what she actually says. I actually haven't watched it in a few years, so I didn't
don't like it that much. Maybe I'm the odd one out. I'm not a big fan of the Lost Boys.
No, Near Dark's much better.
Near Dark. Is that one that got left off the list? I don't remember.
Probably. There's not a lot of masculine themes in Near Dark. There's
I
just,
know.
oh, you want a vampire movie? This is what a fucking vampire movie is.
Yeah.
Lost Boys is just an MTV music video with vampires.
Yeah, it's been a while since I watched it. It'll be interesting to talk about. That's for sure. I don't think. Oh wait, I don't think I've seen Lost Boys. I don't remember. Interesting.
I mean, Near Dark has 3 members of the Aliens cast in it.
I mean, oh god, because besides,
I blame the Lost Boys for Hot Topic. So
Kiefer Sutherland, Lost Boys attire was cool before before Hot Topic existed.
What I'm saying is,
no, that's not true. Hot Topic existed before the Lost Boys.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, it's an 80s movie, isn't it?
Yep.
87.
Yeah.
When did Hot Topic? I thought Hot
I
Topic.
thought
was
Hot Topic came around in the 90s.
Like mid 80s, I was thinking, and at least in the malls.
The reason I was saying that is like I was blaming the Lost Boys for it because Lost Boys inspired Hot Topic. Fashion.
1989.
Yeah, Lost Boys was more of a brass buckle kind of thing than Hot Topic.
But you said 89, Cindy?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So yeah, Lost Boys is what, 87?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lost Boys was too mainstream. You needed to be edgy for Hot Topic. But not really. It's normie edgy, like Alien Earth song choices.
Nowadays, it's more like lukewarm Topic anyway.
Yeah. It's like, what was the topic again?
Yeah, it's bad. I'm glad they didn't go that Lost Boys route because that had just been weird to talk about vampires in an Alien Earth movie at that point. That wanted to see.
I mean, why the fuck not?
At that point, who knows? The music probably wouldn't have fit, or they would have tried to put the actual punk bands like like Pink Floyd, the Ramones.
Yeah.
The
Ramones
Dead
actual punk
Kennedys.
band,
Yeah, true. Yeah, for sure. But so Hot Topic.
No, they would have done like Echo and the Bunnymen somehow in Alien Earth with People Are Strange, the remake of the Doors.
Well, that's why Nadia wants to talk about it. No,
it is gay. It's very gay. Near Dark is the actual I Have Balls vampire movie.
I've never heard of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, a lot of people didn't. So it's got Lance Henriksen, Bill Paxton, and the gal who played Vasquez from Aliens.
Oh.
And
yeah, I'm looking at this now. I've not seen Near Dark.
You've never seen Near Dark?
No.
Oh, watch that shit. If you want to see what vampires would actually be like, not gay Anne Rice shit where they walk around being or sparkly shit or whatever, but you know what? I've been living this shit a long time and I'm fucking cynical and I have to survive in modern day, Near Dark is what you're looking for. And oh, they some bloodthirsty motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm down. It's Halloween season. I got plenty of spooky shit to watch.
Oh, Near Dark. Yeah. You will suddenly go, oh, well, this is one of my favorite vampire movies now.
Not that that'd be hard to do because most vampire movies, like werewolf movies, most of them suck. You've got some gems, most of them suck.
Well, they're vampires, duh.
Yeah, it kind of comes with the territory.
Watch right into that one.
That came out the same
But this is one where they walk into a bar and just, kind of announce, y'all gonna die, and we're gonna take great glee in doing so.
Oh yeah, Bill Paxton, R.I.P.
Yeah.
So would you say that Near Dark is more masculine than The Lost Boys?
Hell yes. The whole movie has a giant set of brass ones, unlike Lost Boys, which is just the vagina monologues in MTV vampires.
I'm debating about calling it an audible.
Oh, yeah.
Calling a little Peyton Manning, Omaha.
Omaha.
Green 19. No, what did he used to say?
Omaha. That was about it.
Did you say Omaha, right? Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Rick Costa, Jacob Ironside. I mean, known connoisseurs of moviedom.
All right. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for next week. We'll see. I've got time. There is time. We got a week. So, that being said, let's go on the clock. See what you guys are up to this week. Leon, what you got going on?
Well, tomorrow we'll be starting the Halloween edition of Tinfoil Haters. So yeah, that's every Tuesday night we do Tinfoil Haters, the conspiracy theory show, but we're doing all spooky, all Halloween. To kick things off, we're probably going to just be evaluating like real ghosts caught on camera style videos that are on the internet to see if we can point holes and like, yeah, no, this is fucking obviously fake. However, speaking of Tinfoil Haters, I'd be remiss if I didn't announce the Tinfoil Haters merch line has dropped. We have 2 shirts.
Nice.
Including if you want to get Cinny on a shirt, this right here. This it's from my favorite episode we've ever done, which is the Mothman episode, and then beyond that, videos and streams every day.
That's funny because I've been trying to get Cindy out of a shirt this whole time.
I know. That's kind of the opposite of what I would do. But
Yeah. You made a mistake again, Leon.
maybe look at it. I'll just get one of my merch items will be a tank top, but it'll just be like Cindy.
With the
That's
boobs.
kind of
Instead.
brilliant.
Just the boobs?
Yeah. Well, not just the boobs, but just all,
Man, the shipping on that is going to be horrendous with all of that extra
a lot of weight. The
yeah.
Why is this tank that company cost me $100?
All right, fine. Let me try the sales pitch again. You can get Sammy on this one, and he's actually awake.
I admire your optimism.
Well, he sleeps in the package on the way there, so
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right.
But when you open it, it's like sunlight, light bulbs,
When you open it, it immediately starts snoring.
boobs with the bow tie. Got to class it up. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Dudes with boobs. Yeah, I mean, look, it's hard to have that chiseled pec muscles, like, so. But that's the thing. That's the trick. People would be like, "Oh, your tank top has boobs on it." Like, yeah, but watch me flex them and watch them jiggle.
Yeah. I'll make these things
Listen,
bounce like Terry Crews. Let's go.
I would totally wear that to the gym and like hit some insane lifts in it just to be like, what the fuck is that dude wearing? It's like, doesn't matter what I'm wearing.
That's right.
Oh man, I need to make a new line of bouncy boob t-shirts.
Yeah, let's go.
What could be a good phrase with that? I could say these bumper plates aren't the only thing that bounces. Something like that. As you're dropping the weights.
Cindy's double D shirts.
Yeah, yeah, what size do you want? Double D's. But
Breast size is the size of the shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a trick. These shirts are very titular.
Oh, there we go.
I'll have to come up with some interesting phrases. That'd be
Safety
kind of funny.
comes with its own airbags.
It'd be like a special, like a limited edition. You know,
Members only.
Members only. Yeah, get the special discount. Codename Boobs. Cindy, speaking of boobs, what do you got going on this week?
So Wednesday is my special 1K celebration. I will be stealing Leon for a little while.
Nice.
I'm playing games with all the chat. So if you guys have phasmophobia, make sure to add me, and I will be cycling people through every round. So I'm super excited. I don't know how it's going to work, so it's going to be scuffed as fuck, but it's going to be fun. And that'll be about 4 p.m. CST on Wednesday. So hang out with me, won't you guys? I'll have an AMA directly afterwards. Otherwise, you guys can catch me on Leon's channel every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, and also Zach's channel when he comes back every Wednesday and Saturday. I can't wait to hang out with you guys.
That's awesome. I'm bummed that I'll be out of town for that. But I will try to tune in though via mobile, as Bane would say.
I appreciate it. Oh yeah, don't forget I have a stream at midnight every Monday and Tuesday, and then once again every Wednesday at 4 p.m.
It's just you're about to start this.
As in like
Yeah,
3
I am.
minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, well then we could just raid right into you with your permission.
Ooh, by all means.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Oh, wrong movie. Shit. I mean, thank you very much. Goodwin, what you got going on this week?
Tomorrow I'll be on Jacob Ironside's. We do some X-File episodes.
Nice.
And then Thursday on Gooch's Kaiju number 8. And Friday with Niat, where we're doing The Descent.
Ooh. Okay.
Not as mainly as Bubba Ho-Tep, but we make do where we must.
Very true. As for myself, I will be out of town the next day, so no Dark Wolf stream tomorrow night. We will resume episode 2 the following week. I'm gonna be at a hockey game for opening night.
Nice.
My 2 favorite teams down in South Florida. It is going to be awesome to see the banner raised for the Panthers and Stanley Cup in person. So got some pretty good seats. Was able to snag them at a decent price. But I'm so psyched for the manly sport to be back in town. And then I'll just be traveling around Wednesday.
Oh, MMA is also going to be in your town?
Wish.
Oh,
I
okay.
wish.
No.
And then, but I'll be back Thursday to talk about Kaiju number 8, of course, on Gooch Diabolical Souls presents animation streams. I don't know if I'm on. I don't think I'm on this Friday with Nia. So I can't remember if I said it was going to be on or not because I might not be there. But next week, again, stay tuned. Calling an audible. I'll talk with some peeps to see if we're gonna maybe switch to Near Dark or we stick with the Lost Boys. So stay tuned. And listen, I can't thank everyone enough for tuning in, watching, Leon for the raid, all the likes, the thumbs ups, which are the same thing, of course. The subs, appreciate you guys. The super chats, the stickers, the gifties. Anyone that's watching this on a replay, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I really hope you enjoyed the movie as well. And I know a lot of people had said that you haven't seen this yet, first time, but this has prompted you to go do so. And that's one of the things I always hope to achieve with these streams is that, we're covering movies that haven't been seen before, especially with this light of masculinity, of course, which is what we do here at Masculine Mondays. We talk about why masculinity is important in cinema and that there are a lot of movies out there that do a fantastic job at promoting and specifying what masculinity is, what it means, and why we should be talking about it on a weekly basis, but also on the daily, really. So there's great reasons out there. And again, just can't thank everyone enough for tuning in. So we're gonna raid right into Cindy's stream here as she jumps over. So we'll see everyone there. I hope everyone has a great night, great rest of the week, and we'll catch everyone later. Stay masculine, y'all, and have a good night.
Hail to the king.
Bye.
Hail to the king, baby.